Hey y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. How y'all doing? How is everybody? I hope y'all got a chance to watch this show. We have got to talk. We have got to talk, y'all. It is apparently going down. It is apparently going down. The foolishness has already begun. Okay. The foolishness has begun and it's going down. Like there's no other way. I don't even know another way to put this. Okay, it's going down. So we got to talk about it, y'all. Please hit the like button as you come in. Oh my gosh, we got so much to say about this one. There's so much to say about this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. So y'all, child, this here was a mess start to finish. Y'all, please hit the like button as you come in. Please hit the like button as you come in. Let me greet everybody. Okay, let me greet everybody. And then we're going to get into this thing. I just can't believe what I just saw. Child, look. I can't believe once again I am on the side of Candace and that strong squirrel makeup. But here I am, yet here I stand, okay? Here I stand, I who have nothing. I am standing here on the same side of a woman who is dressing up and painting her face like a squirrel. But squirrel paint or no squirrel paint, she in the right this time, y'all. She's in the right, and we not finna pretend like she not. That's what we not finna do. We not finna pretend like she ain't right. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me start greeting folks real quick so we can get started, child. Y'all know. I can't wait to dig into this. Miss MO1, how you doing? You ready? You say you ready for the Kiki. Baby, it was so much in this episode, and we needed this. We suffered through RHOA. Child. Listen. G darling, how are you? I hope you're having a good Sunday too. Baby, that not lately was real, wasn't it? Hey, Bianca Edwards, what's up, gorgeous? How are you? The beautiful Chanel D Queen is in the house. Miss Sparkle is here. Y'all, this is not only our resident Mary Kay lady, but if y'all missed that Mary Kay party last night, y'all missed the treat. We had fun. It was the bomb. The only thing missing was finger sandwiches and drumettes. I'm telling you, it was in there. So next time we do it, don't miss it because I'm telling you, you're going to be mad at yourself. Queen of Hearts KS. Hey, girl. How you doing? Hey, Auntie Eva. What's happening? LEL. How are you? Delicia. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. D. What up, D? Deandra O'Neill is in the house. How you doing? Tracy Lashley. Girl, honey, you know me and you going to dissect it if don't nobody dissect it. I'd be happy to see her. And you know, we got Deborah and Debbie. And we need Deborah and Debbie, and we have to have Tracy Lashley, or else it's not a real breakdown unless they there. Yolanda Franklin, what's up, sis? Good to see you. Nacho Twins mama, what's happening? Good to see you. Hey, cool gamer. As always, in the house, greet everybody and so chill. There go my Debbie. What's going on, girl? I'm glad you made it. You know, we got to talk. DV. Hey, boo. Y'all, that's Vet here. All the way from Birmingham, England. Y'all know what time it is. God's anointed daughter, how are you? Ashley. Hey, girl. I hope you had a good weekend, too. I hope you do. I hope you did. And the weekend ain't over. We got a few more hours on this weekend, honey. We're going to get us some kikis in on this weekend. It's a lot. It's a lot. We ain't gonna act like it ain't. Chocolate Sunshine, what's happening? Janice Sullivan. Yep, that was a set up. Yes, it was. Sure was. Jackie Gaines, hey girl, you back home? Oh, you driving back home. Okay. Hey, learning to love myself. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Who else we got? Child, this chat be moving and I can't keep up. Catherine Bennett is in the house. How you doing? My good sis is here. Marilyn McGowan. How you doing, boo? Cheryl, you made it. Glad you made it. All right. Happy Sunday to you. LJ Forever. How are you? Allie from Miami. Hey, girl. How are you? Oh, my God. Niecy Rose, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the lovely is in the building. Miss Gardner 57. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Hey, Lita. There's my sis. How are you? I hope your throat is feeling better. Brittany Janae. Hey, girl. Yeah, you know Candace be coming through with that squirrel makeup, that squirrel contour. You know she don't play. Hey, that's mama's baby. That's my peanut, y'all. Tell her, hey. All right, there go Angie, Miss Dade County, Miss Miami, Miss 305 with her gorgeous self. Oh, she done changed that hair. Y'all know what it is. DS, girl, how you been doing? It's good to see you. Hey, little Mackie. You said Candace should have punched Giselle clean in her face on the camera. Lord knows Giselle would have had several knots upside her head. Not the knots. You would have turned Giselle into knot the mama. It'd have been knots everywhere, huh? Y'all some gangsters up in here. Deborah Harris, how you doing, girl? Hey, BJ Daz. How you? All right. Sharon Fona, I'm glad you made it. Hey, girl. Dr. Abby, girl, what's up, sis? Glad to see you. All right. Who else we got up in here? Because y'all know I don't want to miss nobody before I start running my mouth. I think I got everybody. Y'all know the rules around here. Anybody come in the chat, y'all know I try to stop and greet everybody, but if I miss them, don't y'all miss them. Hey, Mimi. All right, y'all, the head sniper is in the building. Anything can happen. And I mean anything can happen. Hey, it's me, Lisa Lee. What's up? Dana Cutler. What's happening, Miss Black and Yellow? Steelers Nation in the house. Okay, so dig this. D. Marie made it. She said, sorry she late. You ain't too late, girl. We just got through greeting everybody, saying hey to everybody. And now we got to talk about this episode, y'all. It was too much happening here. Oh my God, too much is happening here. It's too much happening here. And I don't know whether y'all see what I see, but I personally believe that this might be the season that Giselle get just what she's looking for. I don't know. I don't know why I got that feeling, but I just got that feeling like something in me is telling me that something finna go down. Vanessa, hey love, how you doing? So did you see the neck, how the neck looked at the camera when she said it? Oh yeah. Oh, you know we're going to get into all that. Giselle is running amok. But see, let me tell y'all something before we get too much into the recap, because y'all know we're going to review and recap if I don't do nothing else. But let me say this. When a person start making too many enemies, you can guarantee something is finna go down. Now, all before, she would concentrate all her efforts on one person and had Robin in her back pocket. Y'all, this time it look a little different. LJ Forever says it's crazy that Candace is not seeing how it feels getting entangled with a low-down dirty viper. Oh, yeah, but honey, my baby texted me and said Candace ain't going. And I think Peanut is right, honey. Candace ain't going. Hey, who's Kira? How are you, beautiful girl? Yeah, she digging her own grave. She digging her grave with a backhoe because she trying to, pitch it at too many different people, and it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. She going to unload, but if it was just her, I wouldn't even see it no way, because you remember all of them teamed up toward Candace this last go round. So, she had help, she had backup. Giselle always count on numbers and backup for her dirt. This time, it looks a little different. Right. God's anointed daughter said, girl, yes, karma's coming for her this season. Yep. For real. Yolanda said, I noticed Robin is giving Giselle the side eye. She should have been gave it to her. And I feel like she only doing it now because she know the whole world is looking at her as the world's dumbest sidekick. Yeah. For real. Thank you, Dana. Overload. I'm telling you. So let's get into this thing. Let's get into it. Oh my God. So apparently y'all was clearly watching the same show I was watching. It's clear that you were, because we all is looking at the same stuff, talking about the same stuff. So y'all know how they do. They gonna start the episode where they left off the last time. So where they left off was at that party that Karen had threw for the spring. They got reined in, but it still looked like it was a decent little party or whatever. Hey, Candace Lane. And so they went back to talking about the whole situation. Now, see, Auntie Eva, you done started. It's too early to start this. She done made an enemy of Mr. Almost too. She sure did. But they started back with that about Mia and her social media post and whatever. And it just seemed like a lot. Robin was trying to, I guess, help Giselle because she was in it too. She was in it too. And so she's like, you left it open-ended, like it was trying to draw attention or whatever like that. And my thing is, who the hell told y'all to be critiquing people's social media posts? But I guess that's neither here nor there. So then Wendy and Candace and a scholar was like, I guess they was gonna go over, but they wasn't really sure, whether they was gonna go over or not. They had to think about it or whatever, but they went ahead and decided to go over and try to, I guess, see what see what was happening. And two, Wendy wanted to know who Mia's friend was, Jacqueline, right? So that makes sense. You want to know what's happening. Hey, Rochelle. And Yolanda, you're right. I saw your comment. And so they went over there. They just, she wanted to know who the girl was. And Karen was like, I guess Karen was still trying to be the diplomat. I guess that's the only thing I could really say for that. Robin ended up getting loud and was yelling like, you're not gonna act like it was just me and Giselle, because Candace said it and Ashley said it. And then Robin jumped on the same bandwagon to lie on Karen, talking about, oh, Karen said it too. And production keep playing the clip and showing that Karen did not say that about that lady. That's the part that's getting me. It's like the blatant lies. Y'all just don't mind lying on people. And it's like, Robin, girl, if you wanted to disassociate from Giselle, you should have disassociated from the point of the lie. Y'all know darn well Karen sat there, told Giselle she was judging, and she said, you think it's weird. I think it's different. I wouldn't have done it, but you need to talk to her to get more clarification. At no point did Karen say that lady was looking for attention. At no point did she say it was weird. And she told you was judging when you did it. Ashley said Giselle threw everyone under the bus, and cue comes the footage when they tried to double down. But this is my problem. You could throw anybody you want to under the bus. When you start saying people said stuff they didn't say, you ain't throwing nobody under the bus. You lying through your teeth. Now that's what you're doing. Oh, Lord, here come DT. Giselle's tiaras and neck rings. Oh, my Lord. DT say, y'all hit the like, grab some champagne and hit the like button as you walk in. Would y'all look at that picture? Have mercy. I'm so dead. Hey, DS. Yes, that is Alf, because we ascertained a while back that Giselle is the same complexion as Alf. And it's been all downhill from there. Hey, Deborah Randall, I'm glad you made it, girl. Egypt Nile is in the building. Hey, y'all, get comfortable. Child, DT is real crazy. It's real hard to keep up with DT. And here go his partner in crime. Hey, Lala. Now, Debbie said Robin was throwing people under the bus. Yeah, she threw them under the bus, and then they lied on Karen. Now, that's my point from that whole conversation. Why are we lying on people? I don't care if you don't like Karen. I don't care if you love Karen. Why are you lying on anybody? That stuff gets up on, like, am I tripping, y'all? Or is it really annoying to watch somebody tell a lie on somebody else? Right, Debbie lying for Giselle. That absolutely. And y'all, they do something to me to just watch people sit up and tell lies on people. I don't like it. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable at all. And some people are shameless. Like, they'll know they lying. They'll know you see the proof of them lying and just keep telling the lie. Now, it's embarrassing. And quite frankly, I don't know. I already didn't like them too, but I'm losing more and more respect. But that's neither here nor there. Wendy went ahead and just asked who Jacqueline was, because wouldn't nobody say, who the lady was. She was like, I ain't being funny. I just want to know who you were or whatever. So she introduced herself and they spoke or whatever. Sharice come running up being phony, hugging on Karen. You say they all do it. Yeah, I'm not going to say they all do it, because I don't know about that. But that right there bothered me. I'm funny about saying people do stuff until I see them do it. And then when I see you, then I know how to move. But Sharice ran up over there being phony, as usual, hugging on Karen, knowing you don't mean this lady no good. And then Giselle, of course, pushing it up, talking about, y'all good. And she was like, yeah, everything's fine, And they hugged on each other, and Sharice with that, oh, I want to do lunch with you sometime, and this and that. And my thing is, girl, I feel like Karen is trying too hard to be politically correct when it comes to this lady, and trying to be polite, trying to be cordial. I'm going to just say this for the record. If you ever tell a lie on me, I'm not finna be cordial with you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not worried about how it looks socially. Like, we good. When I say we good, we good, good. Like, we good forever. Don't think I'm not speaking to you. If you dying, I'm not even dialing 911 for you. Now that's on everything. DT says Sharice still look like a smelly mop. I think a smelly mop looks better. Sharice looked terrible in every scene. I'm not even sure why she was dying so bad to get back on that show. She looks terrible. Okay, Chocolate Sunshine, you feel me? Like, once you tell a lie on me, baby, you good. Don't even worry about it. Hey, Shanika C. You said, oh, Karen will get Sharice together later this season. Yeah, we all saw the clip. Sharice is just real tacky, pitiful, and desperate, and I'm just not feeling it. It's not. I don't know what she thought it was giving, but it ain't giving. It ain't giving. Okay, Debbie, that's all I'm saying. I'm glad it's not just me. So that cordial look won't of Karen. You might have to retype that. Yolanda say Sharice look like an overstuffed turkey. Y'all cold-blooded around here. Hey, Lady K1329 say you right. Got one time to blatantly lie on me and I'm done. All the way. All the way. And I'm not somebody that's going to really necessarily go after you, but I can promise you, you ain't never got to worry about me no more. On no level. On no level. When I was a young girl, my mother made me still deal with relatives who lied on me. I'm grown now and mama gone. So lie on me, baby, and we gonna wait and see if I speak to you or will the hell freeze over. That's what we gonna do. Nisi Rose said, I can't stand Sharice on the screen looking like a third wheel. That's exactly what she looks like. Very desperate. It looks so desperate. Lord, DT says Sharice looked like a sink full of grease. Why is that so accurate? Why is it so accurate? I don't know. But listen, y'all. So then they said that they invited Sharice to Karen's party, which is what lets me know both of them, neither one of them ain't no good. Neither one of them ain't no good, because y'all know that Karen don't really do this lady. Y'all know this lady tried to spread rumors on Karen and her marriage. Why would you invite her to Karen's party? And Robin sitting up there with her manly looking tail talking about, she said we could bring a +1. How come I can't bring Sharice? Well, how about if you throw a party and we bring that girl that everybody say Juan going with? If they can bring a +1. If +1s is okay, why is Giselle still mad because Monique was hanging around Sherman's girlfriend, ex, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's not working for me. It's not working for me. Yes, way too shiny. Way too shiny, honey. I don't know what she can do to help with that. Walk around with a paper towel and one of them, you know how the men walk around with washcloths on their shoulder all the time? Maybe she should do that. Maybe she should do that. But anyway, I was laughing at the end of that scene because Mia up there talking about that's what God wanted her to do. So I'm like, Lord, now Mia say she doing God's work. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to call that. Lady K says Sharice just don't fit in the group. Looking dusty, in my opinion. Real dusty. Real dusty. Extra dusty. Mimi say Giselle +1 is her shadow. Yep. And that closes the book. Ashley say we need some toilet seat covers to block that oil stat. Yes, I heard toilet seat covers will blot oil. I've never tried it, but there you go. But anyway, so then the scene change. You say a little setting powder before foundation will help. Okay, well, y'all heard it here first. I didn't know. Oh, not because they full of rest. And you be killing me calling them ladies the Scissor Sisters. Jesus. So anyway, y'all, Katie came in. Now, this is where I feel like production is shady, and this is what lets me know that production be working with Giselle. Like, Giselle be really doing a lot of their dirty work. A lot of their dirty work. LEL say, Mia say she the chosen one. Girl, just because Gordon chose you over the other helpers in the club don't make you the chosen one. Dang, LEL. I mean, ceasefire. That's cold. Miss MO1 says Sharice didn't get as much as she thought she would in the divorce, and from what some folks were talking, ended up in an apartment well outside of Potomac. She been trying to get back on the show. Ooh, Child, Katie just popped up. You heard what Candace said, that she disappeared off that trip and just showed back up. I don't feel like Ray did a darn thing. I don't. But I feel like that scene showed me that Giselle, just like I said about Marlo in Atlanta, was being the henchman. I feel like Giselle has been the henchman for production, and this proved it, in my opinion. Because soon as Katie showed up, they kept showing Ray. Katie walked in, they kept flashing the Ray. All because the man made a statement, an erroneous statement, way back when they was playing a game about who they were attracted to, or who they thought looked good, or something that should have been little or nothing. By now, these men need to learn that even if it's just a game, anything you say, they're gonna turn around and try to turn it into something salacious and into something scandalous. And that's exactly what they tried to do. So anyway, she come in, they kept showing Ray. Next thing you know, this is after they showed Candace and Ashley talking about, oh, good vibes and frozen eggs or whatever, when Wendy pointed out, like, oh, y'all talking, this is so cool, I like this moment. But anyway, that's when Giselle tells Katie, oh, Ray got a crush on you. And that's what he said. You know, you could tell she doing production's dirty work. Then she go take her over there to Ray. Like, what are you even doing that for? Who asked you to do that? You're so pathetic and disgusting. And then Katie, you know, Katie ain't right in the head. So she go hug Ray and grab his head and then squeeze that man behind. Why would you even feel comfortable doing that to an old man? Why would you think that was cute? Right, that was real. It was not just crazy. It was inappropriate. It was low class. Everything about it. He say Giselle pissed me off in that scene. Why is she encouraging that woman to get on Karen's husband? If she was playing with one of the younger couples like that, it would have been a big deal. It sure would have. But the fact that she went out of her way to do that, to me, it just shows how nasty and pathetic and desperate and disgusting that Giselle really is. Debbie says, just because you got a waffle apron from the Waffle House doesn't mean you're the chosen one. Oh my gosh. You're not gonna let her live down that Waffle House bathroom, are you? You feel bad for Katie, she's gone. Yeah, she definitely out there in outer space somewhere, but I feel like maybe that keeps her happy. You know, reality ain't so nice lately, so maybe crazy is a better option. That's all I'm saying. You know, she might be on her CeeLo Green. Hey, DH. Y'all, Mimi is here. Ray don't want no bipolar coochie. Have mercy. Miss MO1 say Ray was grinning so hard, Lord, he was happy when Katie squeezed his behind. I felt like that grin was more or less, I'm uncomfortable and I don't really know what to say to that. I don't think that old man expected that from her. Ashley said, then Karen lecturing Ray talking about, I'm making a speech and you listen to my wording. Yeah, I don't know what Karen was talking about, but you could tell she was trying to like say something positive. I just think Karen isn't that good at speaking or writing things. And there you go. Right, Nisi. It was definitely uncomfortable. It was a lot. It was a lot. Definitely not in her right mind. And I applaud Karen for not taking it no way with her, because the poor girl just ain't, she's not all there. Katie is definitely ratchet for that. But remember when this show first started from season 1, we saw that Katie had a little ratchet to her. Hey, Dora. You say you screamed when you seen it. Yeah, it was a lot. Say, Katie, better be careful. You can't be walking around assaulting senior citizens. You sure can't, because that will get you a charge. Oh, now hold on. Before we go any further, DT say it's 65 people that did not hit the like button. Yeah, y'all, please, come on. Come on. Hit the like button. This ain't right. I need y'all to hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. I'm going to just sit here and saying, hit the like button. I need to write a song called Hit the Like Button. I wonder how that would go. DC, I want you to work on some lyrics and a tune for Hit the Like Button, because we need to have a song that we can sing when people refuse to hit the like button. And I don't know why people do that. You come on a Black Content Creators channel and you know only thing we be looking for y'all to do is hit the like button. We're going to entertain you. Like, it take 1 second to close your chat, hit the like button, and open live chat back up. Like, that's it. Everybody on the count of 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Just hit it. Because that ain't cool. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Because I wouldn't do y'all like that. Ashley said all he said was he ha ha. They know that woman's sick. Giselle wrong. Yeah, Giselle wrong because she basically wanted to exploit the fact that lady wasn't right in the head. That's why she queued her up before she took her over there. Miss Emma once said, I like how Karen went and shut that down fast. Yes, she did. And she did it real classy like. DB said, I like the ladies on the show, but Giselle got on my nerves from the beginning to the end of this show tonight. She did. Yes, she did. I'm going to just read comments until them likes go up. Can I get somebody to give me a like count? Can someone rent a peen for Giselle? I don't know if there is a rent a peen service, but somebody needs to, see. And maybe that's an opportunity to start a business. And maybe Giselle could be your first customer. Katie is weird. She's a little weird. Thank you so much. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. Definitely a weird scene. Oh, you want to get Grizzle? You call that girl Grizzle? A male blow up doll? I'm so dead. That's right. Get into it, DT. Get me some lyrics. Say Karen was classy the way she handled that. Gizzard is trash for taking her over there. Absolutely. He LEL said, I wish Ray would have let one out. Katie hand, once she grabbed him. That'll teach her not to be touching old people behind. Oh, yeah. If he'd have broke wind right then when her hand was back there, this would have been a whole different show. They'd have been trying to say he was mean for passing gas while she was grabbing his butt. But if he could have did that, that would have been so cool. That would have been so cool. I usually don't go for Putin and stuff in public, but that would have been all right with me. What's up, Nadia? Say Katie couldn't even finish her Skinny Pops. What is Skinny Pops? Evie said, Robin being the voice of reason is wild. Giselle finna be on that hill by herself. I hope she see it. Yep. I hope so too. Giselle wanted to be so darn bad. Wanted it to be so darn bad that it's embarrassing. Is that what she was doing? Oh, okay. DT say we need 33 more likes. Come on, y'all. Let's hit the like button. Because the comment section is real entertaining to me until we get them up. Lala say, I know they have a mail order bride service, but if they have a mail order groom service, that's the only way Gizzard will be able to keep a man under duress. Yeah, she gonna have to hold his visa and his green card hostage probably. Lisa Lee say, let's like. Giselle has no respect for anyone's relationship besides her and Robin's. That's true. Oh, that was the popcorn she was eating before Giselle drug her over there. Okay, girl, your eyes good. I didn't even see that. I'm like, what's Skinny Pop? Okay, bet. All right, Egypt. I'm going to take your word for it. So we're going to keep rolling. So she did that. Karen gave that weird speech. It was positive. It just didn't make a lot of sense. And now this is where Giselle was on my nerves yet again. Talking about only Karen would have a spring fling in a Mexican restaurant. And I'm like, hold up. Wait, so you trying to tell me ain't no spring in Mexico? Ain't no spring in Mexico, Giselle? It's like you can tell when Giselle thinks she ate. You did not eat on that comment, honey. What are you trying to say? Spring is not a country. Spring is not a region. Spring is not a style. Spring is a effing season. And those seasons exist all over the world. Unfortunately, Giselle. So contrary to Giselle's belief, there is spring, summer, fall, and winter in Mexico. So the fact that she tried to use that as a point, like, girl, you so pathetic and pitiful. You went to Hampton, but at this point, did you hold your way through or did you study your way through? What the hell did you learn in Hampton that made you believe that you can't have a spring party at a Mexican restaurant, a French restaurant, a Greek restaurant, a Mediterranean restaurant, an African restaurant? What does the nationality of the restaurant have to do with a freaking season? It really blew me because I'm sitting there like, oh my God, this orange colored heifer really thought she ate. Evie say, I was sure thinking, what Mexico got to do with spring? Why it can't be at a Mexican restaurant? I didn't understand either. She lost me. Yeah, she laughed at her own weak comments. I guess she figured if she don't chuckle, nobody will. Baby, and even if you do, the only thing we could have done was laugh at her. Hey, Vita from Denver. All we could have done was laugh at her because that was truly pitiful. That was real weak. And it was like, why do we keep falling for it? Why we keep supporting her? Girl, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have had that scene. You would not have filmed, and it probably would have cut your check. That's why you were supporting her. Right. Deborah say, isn't Cinco de Mayo held in May? Right. But if you let Giselle tell it, Mexican people don't have spring. Okay, I need Mexican people to come out and represent and tell Giselle, hello, we have spring too, ho. He L-E-L say right. And if we being real, most of us ain't been to a Mexican restaurant that looks that nice. It was cute in there. Yeah, there's some upscale Mexican restaurants. I don't know why people try to play. Giselle said you could tell Giselle got fried chicken for a brain. Oh, why we gotta insult fried chicken? I love fried chicken. Vanessa say Jizzy always show how uneducated she is. It's embarrassing. Right. And it's starting to look like uneducated and xenophobic. Come on now. Auntie Eva said I have to go back to Giselle. I don't care about her pulling her neck up. Well, she pulled it up. I'm gonna give her credit. Ashley say, why this is why paying attention in school is important. I tell you that. That's so true. Ignorance is bliss. That's why she's always grinning, because she good and ignorant. Even say with Giselle never being able to host anything, and when she finally does, is so cheap and techy. That's true. That's why when she had them out there at their barn, sitting outside swatting mosquitoes and coming down unfinished driveways, only thing we could talk about was how bad it looked. And then when Karen threw an event that was nice and catered, like she can't control the weather, God is in charge of the rain, not her. The only thing this girl could come up with as an insult was the nationality of the springtime party restaurant. Too much. Yeah, she's so far gone. So tacky. Debbie say, we have spring, ho. Tell them, Deborah. Tell them, Debbie. Thank you. I know I needed one sister that was Mexican to stand up and let it be known. And Dora came in to let her know too. Giselle, us Mexicans have spring in Mexico. Thank you, ladies, for letting her know. That's real disrespectful. Like all of a sudden, once you leave America, ain't nobody else allowed to have spring. Or let Giselle tell it. Maybe it was just, maybe she feel like only Europeans can have spring. Maybe that's what she thinking. That's right, Angel. Leave that barnyard pimp alone. The pimp ain't never hurt nobody. DS says she forgot about her gathering on the driveway last season. What was she really trying to say? Child, I'm trying to figure out when they stop having spring in Mexico. We got two sisters from Mexico in here that clearly stated that they are still indeed having spring in Mexico. She pulled it up, but she got 2 rings. She still got 2 rings. I'm through. That's her new name, 2 rings. Instead of 2 chains, she 2 rings. Giselle is full of it. She two-faced. Giselle's so dumb, she make Dumbo the elephant look like he got a valedictorian. I'm through. She think her orange privilege makes up for her lack of brain cells. She really do believe that. She do. Debbie said, I'm from Texas, but I'm Mexican and we celebrate everything. I thought so. Not your twins mama say, wait, and Deborah Garcia came through with the hoe. That's right. As she should. Okay. So yeah, that happened. So now moving right along. Then we get to, they showed the little scenes with the kids. And let me say this for the record. I enjoyed this show, but what I did like was the children. And I want to know why we don't get more time with the children. I literally love seeing every one of the ladies with their children. Okay, now Robin made me a little uncomfortable last season trying to treat her boys like her therapist, but when they doing kid stuff and talking about their grades and stuff, that's interesting to me. I'm sorry, maybe I'm too much of a mama, but I wanted a little bit more of that. And then Wendy talking to her boys and talking about she gonna teach them how to cook. And Eddie kind of ribbing on her like, yeah, you better learn how to cook because you don't know when them women going to decide to cook. I thought that was real cute, but we really don't get enough of that. And it's like, these are wives. Can we see some of the wife and mama stuff? Because, you know, they kind of cheated us a little bit, but it was okay because I thought that was a cute moment. Then we get to Karen over there at the Tite doctor, and I know it's a plastic surgeon. Okay, she was having him check her after her breast augmentation, and apparently she said she did a fat transfer to make sure she didn't have fat arms like girls like me, and make sure, you know, the extra fat from other areas. She said they put it in there and plumped them bad boys back up and lifted them a little bit, and she's happy with them. And she said she did it for her. DV said Giselle was so busy trying to insult Karen, she said something dumb. Sometimes just needs to be quiet. It's true. When you go out of your way trying to insult people, you often make yourself look stupid. When you looking for the punchline, looking for a line all the time, you make yourself look real crazy. Ashley say, remember back in the day, kids was featured more? Those were the good old days. It sure was. Yes, it was. It was so cute, wasn't it, Niecy? There go my cousin AT2. You're going to be watching tonight. Oh, man. Listen, it was good. Now, I'm going to tell you up front. It's real good. It's a lot going on. You probably going to want to cuss at Giselle before it's done, but it's good. Yeah, don't put my baby in 30 seconds yet. He ain't went too far yet. Doris said the show would be should be more around the family. It should. It should. I enjoyed them cheering so much. I did. I love the babies. Well, that's just like that smart lipo and fat transfer. It's like the same concept, but they just call the booty thing Brazilian because, you know, they act like Brazilian people have cornered the market on booty. Like the butts down there ain't like that because they have African heritage. I mean, I'm just saying. They really kill me with the marketing, but that's all that is. Say Deuces pay her for the dead space. Deuces pay her. I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess you're talking about the dumb stuff she say. Yeah, I love seeing them children together with their mamas. I love seeing that. Well, we only saw them on the show that one season for a couple of episodes. They had to go back home to their mama. You know they don't live there. They don't live with them. You know that. Them children look to Candace like they ain't even know her. Yeah, Giselle was trying to overproduce and she went way too far. Child 82, she done told us ain't no springtime in Mexico. I say ain't this nothing. I finally learned something. All these many years later, I was today years old when I found out that ain't no spring in Mexico. Ashley said at that age, I wouldn't go under the knife unless it was to save my life. Well, that's you, honey. She said she gonna do it. Snow White, hey boo. Also, Bravo should show the husband's businesses. That's interesting to me. Potomac. I haven't seen it yet, but I will tune in later to it. And Married to Medicare. Can't wait to the reunion. Okay, yeah, I can't wait to the reunion either. Yes, honey, we named her Giselle way last season because, you know, now look at her real good AT2 and tell me that Giselle ain't the same complexion as Alf. I'm just saying, let me know when you see it. Y'all bad. Y'all are bad. Y'all getting ready to head for that corner. So listen. So she said she did it for her. Now, this is one thing that I found interesting, y'all, was that Karen was saying she wouldn't suggest that, you know, girls in their 20s do the surgery or whatever. And I guess I can understand what she's saying. And while she would say she wouldn't encourage it, I still feel like everybody's body is their business. Stop trying to police women's bodies. Let them do what the hell they want to do with their body. As long as they're not putting their body on you without your consent, leave women's bodies alone. Nobody asked y'all to police women's bodies. Like, please and thank you. So anyway, we get to Candace. Now, her sister come in. Now, come to find out this season, her sister is staying with her. Oh, yeah. Her sister staying with her, but guess now I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard it when she said that her family found a nice piece of land and they building the sister a house. I say, ooh, this is really why Giselle and them is mad. This is why you really mad, Giselle, because them girls is privileged. She didn't have no house, so we gonna just build you one. Stay over there with your sister till you get your house built. I love it. So she's staying over there with them. And they was talking and they was showing some old stuff, talking about how close they were, and I thought that was so cool. Snow White, thank you so much for the super sticker, boo. I appreciate that. That's what's up. I appreciate the support. Lala say, Gizzard gives me Grandma Willow vibes from Pocahontas. Count the rings to find her age. I'm dead. Skip your little hips over there to that reflection corner. Hey, Don D. Say, yep, Giselle fits perfectly except her rings on her neck, not on her nose. Right. Right. But her new name is Two Rings. Instead of two phones, she got two rings. Candace is building the generational wealth. Honey, that whole family, they all about that generational wealth, baby. And that's why y'all girl Giselle is mad. Her and her two rings are very angry. He LEL say, oh, I love that part. That part did something for me. Hearing that Candace's sister was getting a house too from the family. Yep, that's what let you know. Dorothy held down the fort, made her ching-a-lang, and her children is benefiting. Y'all know I get excited when black mamas be stunting on their children. Now I love that. I love that. So that was real cute. And so they went to talking about the IVF doctor, and they let it slip that Candace back in school. So I'm like, what the hell is Candace in school for? Did y'all hear about Candace going to school before the night? Did she tell why? Why she back in school? But I'm like, oh, she making moves. Yolanda said Giselle was banking on her lighter skin privilege. Yep, she sure was. But baby, that bank account is declined, insufficient funds. It did not work, okay? But yeah, honey, Miss Thing is back in school and saying by the end of the year, she want to try to get her a baby. But she's scared to get a baby because she say that's the most permanent thing that you could do. And she said at the end of the day, she want two of them. Okay? But at the same time, you still complaining because this man working all the time. At the end of the day, the man got to work. He got to work. He ain't got nothing else going on, so he got to work for somebody. You should have got a man that was more successful, Candace. Oh, she getting her MBA. Well, go ahead, girl. I ain't even know that. That's what they said, her MBA. See, I hadn't heard that part. Or if I heard it, it got away from me. So congratulations to her. So she really is making moves. Uh-huh. Go on, girl. Now, y'all know how I am about education. I find it exciting. I love when our girls do their thing. That's beautiful. And she's going back to Howard to get it done. I love that even more. Y'all know I'm a HBCU alum and lover to my heart. Janice said that's what it is, Seanitra. Candace is winning with or without this show. Right. That's what's pissing them girls off. Yes, Miss Dorothy. Mama Dorothy is an example, honey. She is an example of a wonderful, great, and a mighty black mother. Giselle is so angry. She looked like a hangry seagull. I'm through. Not a hangry seagull. She should be close to finishing up. Well, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So shout out to her for that. So anyway, Ashley and her friend. Now, I'm not even going to say nothing about the friend. I'm going to stick to the fact, number one, y'all tell me why Ashley over there with her friend girl, Deborah, pretending like she don't drink when she drank. The girl's talking about mimosas. She was like, well, I'm going to drink orange juice. Y'all, at some time, Ashley with this pretentious stuff, she gets on my nerves. You was drinking tequila at the Spring Flame. Now she over here with her friend girl pretending like she don't drink. Instead of mimosa, she just gonna drink orange juice. I'm like, okay, girl. All right. So they went to talking about Michael or whatever and them being in the same house. And her friend was kind of funny. She was like, is this one of them things like he trying to work his way back in with you, girl? Is this one of them cheaper to keeper moments or whatever like that? And Ashley couldn't really do nothing but laugh. I told y'all my theory. I feel like her and Michael is running game. I feel like they are running game. And by next season, everybody who has something nasty or negative to say is going to be in a spot where, oh, no, I can't film with you. Or no, Michael ain't coming because you talked about him when we was going through their divorce. Watch and see. Okay? Nisi Rose say, right. Just live your life, Ashley. Yeah, live your life. Don't front. Ashley love her Bill. Show do. She look like a little barfly. I don't know why she trying to pretend and play this game. LJ Forever say Ashley thought the camera wasn't catching all them shots. Oh yeah, they caught them shots. I caught them too. Yeah, I think she fronting. Say Michael looked like Queen Elizabeth before her death. I don't even know who you insulting, him or Liz. Oh, Lizzie. Shout out to Lizzie. May she roast forever. Say, but she admitted to drinking at the party, but she not been drinking for the most part. But Evie, she admitted to drinking at that party only after Giselle called her out for drinking at that party. See, she forgot people saw her drinking at that party. Okay, Ashley is a hot mess and she need to stop. Say, don't let Ashley mess around and come up pregnant again. I wouldn't put it past her. I would not put it past her. Say, having your masters in the music industry is important, as Prince quoted, all rights to your own music. Oh yeah, I love for people to get their education. I don't care how much money you got. You can't have too much education. She do look like a barfly. Come on now. Y'all know I ain't lying on her. Oh, Ashley looks and acts like a roasted koala. Oh my. DT. Skip on back in that corner. Catherine say Candace wants to learn how to manage her own business just in case. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. I do believe it's an old one. I do. Yes. Right, Yvette. I said, may she roast forever. Oh, Lizzie. Oh, flea-bitten Lizzie. May she roast forever. So anyway, he's supposedly gonna stay in their condo. She going to the house. She says in the twos, and something tell me she don't mean no 200,000. I think this here for getting the house worth about $2 million. And apparently, she need his money to do that, and I'm not mad at her for that. Okay. It just don't make no sense to me for her not to let this man help her get the house she want before she ever talk about a settlement, if she is actually gonna get one, because I'm telling y'all, I don't believe it. So anyway, she was talking about the fact that everybody want her to be sad and upset or whatever. Even if them people splitting up, she don't have to be sad or nothing like that. It's stupid. The girl asked, was Michael dating? And she's like, I guess that was understood. At the end of the day, he was dating the whole time they was married. They was bringing it to her in past seasons. He was dating doing this place. He was dating doing that place. So, with this woman, with this man, grabbing booties, doing it. Like, so whether he dating or not, that's neither here nor there. It didn't make no sense. Okay? Now, she did say she doing the TikToks to cope and say it's good for her and it's lots of movement or whatever, and tells her friend about the high heel class, blah, blah, blah. So now let's get on to this part right here with Robin and Giselle before the rest of them girls, before anybody else had a chance to show up or anything. It was just Robin and Giselle talking, right? So Robin talking about she had 3 hats and 3 hoodies for people, for the girls or whatever like that. Hold on, let me get some of these comments. Y'all getting away from me. Baby girl said, I'm not mad at Ashley. Giselle so worried because she ain't married well. That's true. She didn't. But Ashley was still lying because Giselle wasn't in that house with her and her friends. So what was the point of the lie? Michael looks like a tree with no bark. Possibly. Lala say Ashley sitting there acting like she don't want to drink when she know her blood type is Budweiser. Yes, not Budweiser. Not Budweiser. That's real though. Ashley said that Ashley saying she's not aware of her financial situation worries me. It's irresponsible for a woman to fully depend on a man blindly. We should have backup plans. Ashley saying that don't mean that's true. We just seen Ashley tell a whole lie about her not drinking after watching her take tequila shots. Ashley is telling y'all she not aware because she don't want to disclose. That's the easiest way to keep people out your business. Play dumb. Now that's what's going on. Right, Ashley just saying that. Ashley is not unaware of her financial situation. Ashley know that by saying I don't know, she don't ever have to be accountable or disclose her personal business. And if I was her, I wouldn't disclose either. I wouldn't lie, but I would just tell you none of your goddamn business. Because I feel like people, like, okay, let me ask y'all this. Am I tripping, or is it incredibly rude to think that it's okay for you to just blatantly ask somebody their own personal financial business? Is that not rude? Am I tripping? Because I feel like on some level, I feel like that's incredibly rude. Is it not? I mean, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. I just feel like it is incredibly rude to ask somebody about their personal business, like your money. Like, how much money do your husband have? Like, how much money are you going to get? How much money you going to like? How are you asking somebody about their money with a straight face? Vanessa said, I think Ashley is well aware of what's going on. Yes. Yes, and she do be smirking the whole time. Yes, she do. I'm sure Wendy influenced. Hey, Tammy. Influenced too. Influenced Ashley? Yeah, it's very rude. It's so rude. Like, how do you even fix your mouth to ask somebody that? Because you ask me something like that. If you that rude, I'm going to be rude enough to tell you to get bent. Mind your business. How much money does your mama got? How much money your daddy got? You know what I'm saying? It's just so rude. Thank you. I thought I was tripping, y'all. Tracy said, finance, religion, and politics should not be anyone's business. Thank you. It's too much. I'm sure Wendy influenced Candace to go back to school. Oh, you know what? Probably so. I think that's a good thing. I think that's good. It ain't never wrong to go back to school, man. Candace go back to school. Okay. Yep. Got it. Thank you, Snow White. I thought I was tripping. I act like I ain't hear you. See, you ladylike. I like Chocolate Sunshine. She's so ladylike. She said she'll just act like she didn't hear you. Ashley said, I don't like women playing dumb. Yes, it's rude, but we on reality show. They done exposed Ray's taxes. Yes, they exposed it, but they didn't ask him, and he happily skipped up to a mic and told his business. I'm not gonna say I like her playing dumb, because I told you I would have just said go to hell and burn the ashes. But if playing dumb is her way of coping with somebody being rude, I'm not mad at that. Sometimes playing dumb is the smart way to go. Definitely rude. Ooh, baby girl say a smart woman plays dumb. Oh, yeah. You got to know when to dummy up. Candace been working on her MBA since she joined the cast. Oh, really? They said it was since last year. Tammy say it is downright intrusive to ask that kind of information. That's like asking somebody about their last pap smear. Like, what was going on down there? It's just too much. Right. Ask a stupid question, give a stupid answer. Mm-hmm. Where your mama from? Elias say, I don't agree with the political beliefs. I feel like we're in a place where if you hold certain beliefs, you can't be around me. Yeah, I'm not like that. I don't really care what your beliefs are. I don't. It's not my business, and I'm not going to ask you. Evie say no. She said that when she was being introduced. Oh, she did? Oh, okay, cool. So if she about to finish up, even better. That's what's up. It ain't, I don't put no time frame on nothing. You take your time. Whenever you finish, you finish. As long as you don't quit. Right. Or that, like that crap Candy be trying to do to everybody. How you make your money. Girl, bye. Again, roast. Go to hell, burn the ashes. Stay out people's business. Yeah, we are co-workers. We are not talking like that. Hello. You don't need to be in my business like that. Like, fall back. So anyway, y'all, so she brought the hats and stuff, and then she told Giselle, girl, I got a bone to pick with you. Lala is crazy. Sometimes you got to double down on the dumb, depending on the situation. Sure do. She said she had a bone to pick and told her what you did. Think about it. What did you do? And so apparently Giselle realized that she was trying to use Robin to make a point that actually wasn't even a valid point. Ain't that nothing? So it turns out you can't even say, well, look at Robin. Robin would never put Juan's name on something. And Robin made you go back and clean that up. Apparently, it's not that Robin didn't put Juan's name on the house because this is my house and it ain't yours because we ain't married yet because we divorced. No, she said it's because the man credit still messed up from the foreclosure that she caused by mismanaging that man's funds. Say his credit ain't 100% back. I say, okay, here we go. So here we go with Giselle running off at the mouth. So she's like, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't my business to tell or whatever. And then did y'all hear Robin say, imagine if I told your business? And she talking about, oh, let's not do that. I say, So basically, you had no point other than you wanted to be in this girl business. You want to control what's going on in this girl's life. You got so much of an opinion. You wanted her to be saying, I'm getting a divorce and it's a knockdown, drag out, and he's in the public saying nasty stuff about her, and she in the public saying nasty stuff about him. And I feel like part of it is because Giselle can smell a setup. I think Giselle can smell that this might not be real, and she wants to say a bunch of nasty stuff, but she don't want to come out and say all this nasty stuff if Ashley's still really with this man. Now that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. I think Giselle smells the setup, and she don't want to run her mouth off and then turn around and find out that Ashley is right back with this man or never left him. Lel say Robin closed her legs for Giselle when she found out she told her business. Oh my God. Lord, Lel, go to the reflection corner. Take 30 seconds. Egypt said we need 41 more likes, y'all. Please hit the like button. If you ain't hit it, hit it. Okay, close that live chat, hit the thumbs up, and open your live chat back up. Please hit the like button. Yolanda say it's funny that Robin omitted that part. Oh, yeah. It's funny that she omitted it, but I feel like it's even funnier that your friend tried to use your personal business to make a point, and you didn't, and she didn't even have a point. There was no point. Right. So I love that Robin held Giselle accountable for once. This will be for twice. Because remember, she held her accountable when she did that open house, and she came up in there trying to fight Monique while she had prospective buyers in there. So this will be the second time Miss MO1. Say Giselle just shouldn't want to be nasty that bad. Right. She want to be nasty so bad she don't care who she spree. Yolanda said, I wonder if Robin is helping Juan repair his credit after his money was lost. Clearly she can't be. Clearly she can't be. Ain't no way. D. Marie said, my thing is, didn't that happen over 10 years ago? Yes. Yes. So she can't be cleaning. She can't be helping him clean it up. Dana said, I think we about to see a level squirrel. A level squirrel? I agree. Giselle told Robin's business again. Sure did. Oh, you say Giselle did that for a reason. DS, you might be on to something. Now, when that link come out, I want you to hit it because I want to hear your theory. Now, I think I might know where you go, but I'm not sure. So when the link come out, you got to hit it now because I got to hear that theory. Y'all know I love a good theory. So they went through that whole thing or whatever. And then was talking about the business with Ashley and her buying the house, and you know, it's just too much. And then she went to telling Giselle about what Ashley said to her. Now, this is where it started to get sticky for me. Yeah, she ain't nobody friend. She jealous of everybody. Unless she doing better than you, she don't like you. Now, okay, put a 1 in the chat if y'all know somebody like that. Okay, because we're not going to act like hoes like Giselle live in a vacuum. Put a 1 in the chat if you know at least one person, either in your family or in your social circle or somewhere in your vicinity, that only likes people when they feel like they doing better than you. Let me put my 1 in the chat because I know somebody like that. I do. Let me put my 1. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all know somebody like that. Okay, I see some ones. I see some ones. So we can all admit that Giselle is not the first nice, nasty, vindictive, jealous, acting, scornful, grudgeful-hearted, backstabbing tramp we've ever seen. She is not the only one. Dang, y'all, Yvette says she know plenty of them. God dang. See there? I told y'all she do not exist in no vacuum. Hey, Cookie. Bianca say, not let you put your 1 in, sis. I had to put my 1 in. Y'all know I ain't got good sense, so I be done name names. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Don't make me start naming names. I be done told. I be done told. So you could tell that's really the type of person she is. But this is where things got sticky for me, y'all, for real, for real. So Robin goes to repeat what Ashley said, and it to me, it almost felt like Ashley was bringing it to Giselle, like, look at this crap Ashley tried to pull. And I think Robin got thrown off because You could tell they hadn't talked about this prior because Giselle jumped on it and said, "Oh, me too. Let me try this too." And Giselle was like, "Girl, the man worked to the W." "Oh, I ain't know that." But it's like once she had jumped in, she doubled down, locked down, and shook like a pit bull. Like she wasn't finna let it go. Yep, don't want to see nobody doing better than them. I don't surround myself with people like that. I cut them off quick, family. I don't surround myself with them, but I ain't finna pretend like I don't know one. Tammy say, don't forget Jizzy is single too. I mean, how can she not be? How can she not be? Dana say, sorry, watch the football game. Okay. Hey, Nicaise. She do have diarrhea at the mouth, and that's the facts. Hey, Juan. What's up, Juan? Say, yeah, Robin went for it. Yes, but when Robin told her about the whole thing, she says, because you could tell by the way she brought the information, right? She was like, child, look, Ashley come telling me that Chris DM'd her at 2:42 in the morning saying you should have went to the W. And before she could even finish telling the story, hey, Miss Kaiser, so say, before she could even finish telling the story, Giselle was like, why would he say? She said, because he work at the W. Oh, I ain't know that. So then she basically was trying to put it out there like she came and told me this man was in her DM, but then production helped her tell the story by showing where it said replied to her story. So when somebody replies to your story and you got a message, hey Glennis, and you got a message that says they replied to your story, you know darn well that man was not sliding in your inbox. You're full of crap. One say, good to see that Robin has her own brain. It sure is. Oh, God, it is. That's right, y'all. Please like this video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So dig this, right? So she telling the story. Giselle was like, yeah, he made me uncomfortable too. He made me uncomfortable too. All of a sudden, see, yeah, he made me uncomfortable. You know, he done spoke to me in my DMs before, and it was out of place. And so Robin was like, but you know this person. You done been to their house. They done been to your house. This person done cooked for you or whatever. So what if he spoke to you in your DM? The best thing, she was like, well, you know, because, you know, I just feel like it happened to me when I was married and I don't like it. I don't like the way it looked. And, you know, and plus what happened at the reunion. And so because he asked to speak to you after the reunion, what was that, like a year ago? Magically, you uncomfortable. You weren't uncomfortable enough to say nothing the whole time. But once you thought Ashley was about to make this her storyline, you say, nope, I'm finna make it about me. Well, baby, it looked to me like Giselle jumped out there on that plank by her goddamn self. Because as we saw later, Ashley went to backpedaling. Once she saw Candace wasn't with it, she went to backpedaling. Tracy, I'm with you, girl. I like the way Robin explained that situation, because Robin was like, I don't see how that would be out of place. He consider us friends. Like, why would he think he can't speak to you? Not to mention, if you posted your story at 2:42 in the morning, the people that's up at that time might respond to your story at 2:42 in the morning. Girl, cut the crap. Yolanda said, long as Grizzle is in other women's business, Robin is all for it as long as it's not Robin's. Well, she wasn't all for her trying to lie on Chris. Let's say that. Robin wasn't for it tonight. Sure wasn't. Ooh. Ashley said the math ain't mathing. Yeah, I was surprised too, Yolanda, but she wasn't going for it. She wasn't going for it. Ooh, Dora said if you ain't put the one in the chat, it might be you. Okay, yeah, she didn't do it. She didn't do it this time, y'all. Robin did not go down the rabbit hole with her, but she come bringing up about the reunion. And so she was like, he asked her, he talked to me in my room. I thought Glam was going to be there and they wasn't there. So Robin was like, but he didn't say nothing to you out the way. Yeah, he talked about Candace. So basically, you want to come back at least a year later. I don't know if it's over a year, but at least a year later to say somebody made you uncomfortable because they spoke to you by yourself and talked about their wife to you and the issue between you and their wife. That man ain't said nothing out the way to you, and she couldn't even lie and say he said nothing out the way. So what the hell was you uncomfortable for? What the hell? Talking about what he was complaining. He was complaining. He was letting me know he wasn't happy, like he was waiting on me to say I can make him happy. Girl, it sounds like that's the fantasy you had in your head. It's almost starting to sound like she wanted Chris to try her and he didn't. And I think maybe part of her brain got jealous. Dana, you crazy. The red hair gave her brains. I think part of her might have got jealous because she might have thought maybe he was trying to holler at Ashley. Why wouldn't he try to holler at me? Maybe because don't nobody want to dig through them unwashed chitlins to find your stuff. I'm just saying. Jizzy just used to men cheating because her pastor husband did 24/7. Well, she mentioned her husband. She did. She mentioned the husband. Geneva say, Robin got Sharice back. That's what's going on. She feel like she got her close friend back. Yeah, because that was her friend, and she the one introduced her to Giselle. Robin was being a for real friend tonight, setting her straight. Yeah, she tried. She tried. Okay. Catherine say 365 days later. Right. Thank you. She act like he was grabbing her, or touched her, or blew on her, or anything. Even say Giselle married Pastor Holy Horse, so she want to attack everybody's marriage. Yeah, ain't nobody told you to marry him. Robin doing good so far. She need to leave Giselle out on that ledge by her lonesome. I really would have been Team Robin all night if she hadn't lied on Karen, but she did. Giselle is delusional and she's sick in the head. DB say if Giselle was uncomfortable, why didn't she leave the room? Right, or why didn't she ask him to leave the room? Why did it take you a whole year to feel uncomfortable when ain't nobody said did nothing but talk about the wife that you claim he was trying to cheat on? Say, sis, you did not just say dig through her unwashed chitlins. Yes, I did. I said it. DT said I may not like the pastor community eggplant, but I imagine him touching fur and wrinkles at the night time. Not fur and wrinkles. Stop it. Oh. Yes, I said unwashed chitlins. You're right. Yes. Guilty. You say you walked in the room at the right time. Hey, sunshine. Hey, red majestic diva. Ashley say, now DT, you know Giselle for cold-blooded snake. She is. That's all facts. But yeah, so that went on. And I was just glad that Robin called bull crap on it. I just don't understand. I don't. Talking about she had her husband that cheated on her, and you know she been tried by many married men. Don't go just mentioning how many married men tried you, Gizelle. Tell us about how many of them you gave in to. Because it sounded like you wanted him to try you and he didn't, and you got a little touched because you thought he tried Ashley in her forehead. And clearly he did not. All she had was one reply to a story that said y'all should have came to the W. Right. That's right. I am not going to the corner. I won't go. I'm not going. He LEL say Chris like petite, Giselle funny. Oh, you saying Chris like petite people. Giselle funny for thinking he would go from tossing around to toppling over. I'm through. Did you say from tossing around to toppling over? I ain't fooling with you. Skip your butt back to that corner. Yeah, every man don't want you. You not everybody cup of tea. It's a lot of people that'll knock you over getting to Candace, whether she look like a squirrel or not. It's a lot of men don't want nothing less than that 70-pound squirrel. Thank you. It's a whole lot of men. Most men don't want a Giselle. Most of them don't. Now let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. DT, 45 seconds in the reflection corner. I can't even read that. Have mercy. So listen. Whoo. So then they went to talking about Karen's party, right? Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right because I don't want to miss nothing. Hold on. Okay, no, not that far. So Karen and Ray. Let's get to Karen and Ray. DT is crazy. So Karen and Ray, they had a little tite talk, and that was a cute little short scene, and Ray was sitting there and looking silly and grinning, and Karen went to talking about, hey, when I got them done when I was in my 30s, she said you was liking them and salivating and whatnot. She made a little weird sound and facial, expression. I'm not going to repeat that because that was creepy. I don't like to see the old uncle and auntie getting frisky. We all know they did it. They got cheering, but we don't want to think about that. We don't want to think about that. And so Uncle Ray was like, I just don't want you to be encouraging young women and our daughters or nieces or anybody to be going to get that done and this and that unless they really, really, really want it done. And so she was like, well, what about their self-esteem? What if they do it to make themselves feel better or whatever? And so he got on that typical black male diatribe. I think it's something built into them to try to tell people what to do, to try to police black women's bodies. Like, Uncle Ray, we love you, but stop. Okay, just stop. Like Karen said, we not finna do that because he talking about I think people can come up with any reason to justify. Baby, did y'all see how quick the grand dame shut him down? She said, we ain't finna do that. You could kill that right now. That's what we not finna do. Red label in the house. There go my baby. There goes my baby. I'm so glad you stopped by, kinfolk. We happy to see you. But yeah, Karen shut that thing down real quick. She said, no, no, no. Yeah, she done been the prom queen in 1984, and it's over. It's over. Yeah, Ray is traditional, and sometimes them traditional dudes needs to be shut down. They need to be shut down. Ain't no two ways about it. Child, tell me why we got a troll that literally waited 5 minutes to try to put some crap in my chat, baby. If you don't get your lonely tail up out of here. BJ Dad says she sure did. Love me some Karen. Me too. I was with it. Baby, I was with it. Okay. So anyway, on to Mia and G. Now, this is the scene that really got me tickled. And I'm going to tell y'all why. So they sitting down talking, and her friend Jacqueline comes up or whatever like that. So she talking about the 16 locations of the joint that they got, joint chiropractic. And I thought that was real, real super cool. Oh, man. Red Label, thank you so much for the super chat. Say, always good to come home. I know that's right. You know this your house just like it's everybody else's house. You always welcome. We always love you, baby. Appreciate this. I appreciate the support. Okay. Dana say, how come every time I see Ray, I want some rice and gravy? Because you know that's probably his favorite meal, along with a cube steak and some butter beans. You know what I'm saying? Act like you know. Uncle Ray is the real deal. Okay. He LEL say real traditional until they get to play with what they told you not to buy. Right. But he at that age where he ain't trying to play with what he told you not to buy. He know playing with that will put you out. If he go play with what he told her not to buy, he gonna have a massive coronary. Uncle Ray has got one foot in the grave and one on the banana peel now. Don't be wishing him dead. Yeah, he wants some smothered liver and onions. Sure do. Mm-hmm. So they talking about she gonna open up a DC location. Back to me and G, right? And y'all are clowning. Tammy say Ray got ED and Karen got DD. LOL. I'm just playing. You ain't playing. You dead serious and it's funny. Hey, Velda. Ooh, child. Y'all a mess. So then that's when Jacqueline comes in or whatever. And it was so sad to hear them talking about the locations, knowing what's going to happen now with his brothers trying to like hornswoggle and steal everything that G done built. And I ain't going to say G and Mia because G just got Mia managing stuff and working there, but done stole everything. So that was kind of sad, right? But then the friend showed up and say they've been friends since high school, since they was 15. Right. And she joking, talking about, oh, that's his other wife, but they don't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad she pointed that out because, people will take that and run with it. So it's good that she at least has sense enough to try to clean that up. Okay. And then they went to talking about her cancer situation, say they did one biopsy, but then they saying they need further testing. That's not real shocking. That's not shocking at all. But then they went to talking about Karen's party, and I'm looking at her friend Jacqueline sideways, y'all. This was funny because she up there bringing up Karen, talking about basically that Karen was trying to be a diplomat. That's all she was saying, but trying to clown her for it. Talking about like, oh, she's, she know what they said wasn't right, but I don't want to say nothing to upset Giselle and them because you've been friends with them longer. What the hell was that to even say other than you was trying to create an issue with Karen? Okay, girl. But fast forward to right now, today o'clock. And Miss Mia done turned on you, drug you, clowned you, aired out your personal video or you whooping on your baby daddy while tagging Bravo TV talking about you was doing domestic violence. So much so that your sister or whoever she is supposed to be got a YouTube channel trying to air Mia out and talk trash about Mia. But look at you. See, this is what happens. Let me tell you something. When you do dirty stuff or you try to be ugly, one thing about it and two things for sure, the world is round. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat if y'all been noticing. If y'all been noticing when people do dirt, it come back quicker on them these days. Y'all remember people used to do dirt, it'd be 10, 15 years later, it come back. Now it's like, have y'all noticed when people do dirty stuff, it come back and slap the piss out of them? Like in the same year, sometime every couple of months. Like it'll be 2 months later, it'll come back and knock hell at you. And see, right, Jackie is lame. I see the ones in the chat. She ain't had no business bringing Karen's name up because Karen ain't did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not your twins mama said it come back hella quick. It sure do. It don't play no games. So now during the filming of this show, you up there trying to throw dirt on Karen's name for no reason. You was at this lady party eating her food, drinking her drinks in her face. That woman did nothing to you. You got her name coming out your mouth. And now look at it. Ooh, God's anointed daughter say karma on speed dial. Y'all be killing me with the karma. Y'all know I ain't Hindu. I'm a Christian. I call it reaping and sowing. Baby, you plant them seeds and them crap bushes jump up real quick and tell you to get you some. Yeah, that backlog clearing up. That backlog is clearing up. Lord, Tammy say sometime the next hour. Sure do. People being held accountable for the past, everything coming out, bamming folks upside the head. You got that going at work right now. I know that's right. Vita say sometime overnight. Just bam me in the head. And see, right now, today o'clock, you mad with Mia because Mia done aired you out. But yeah, she brought Karen's name up. And then what got me was Mia sat up there done fell for the bullcrap that Giselle and Robin put out. Meanwhile, we watching it over here on the playback because that was real time. And production showing that Karen ain't said nothing that them people say she said. And Mia done jumped in it, done called Karen a hoe, talking about you could have said it to me if you had an issue. And plus you live 6 minutes from me, hoe. And Karen ain't said nothing. She ain't said nothing. But anyway, I guess she'll find out later that she was being an idiot. But I guess that also tells us why we heard before the season started about Karen being somewhere on the stage and Mia standing up talking about loyalty and this and that. It's like, Lord, that manly looking girl, she don't never learn. Poor thing. And then when it came to Giselle, child, she said she got Giselle text and left her on red because she said once people be disrespectful to her, that they go back to make an appointment. And she gonna get them people a dose of Mia, MF, and Thornton. My thing is, we had a dose of that the whole time. I'm trying to figure out who she thought she was before. LEL say it's partially Giselle and Robin fault for what happened. Jacqueline for what Jacqueline said on because they started the whole Karen was talking ish too nonsense. Yeah, but that ain't what Jacqueline said. See, Jacqueline should have kept her mouth shut. See, sometimes when you ain't got nothing to say, if you be quiet, ain't nobody gonna blame you. Ain't nobody gonna blame you for being quiet. Quiet is a good thing. Lala say come up as time has express shipping. These days it do. These days it do. Debbie say I can't keep my name. They can't keep my name out their mouth, but I know you are going to reap what they trying to sow. I know that's right, baby. If they plant that seed, baby, they're gonna have to pick whatever come up on their bush. Mia is a mess. Yes, it is in the case. Yes, it is. Vanessa say that's why Mia's having problems with her family business now. You think so? You think calling somebody a hoe is enough to have your husband people steal your stuff? I don't know. Maybe Mia stole something out the collection plate one time. Mia touched in the head clearly. Now that I believe. I promise you teach me something new every time. I did not know that karma derived from Hinduism. Yeah, karma is a Hindu belief system that has nothing to do with Christianity. You know, we believe in reaping and sowing. I ain't got nothing to do with no karma. Say that's what I'm having about business now. Okay, I think you must have hit it twice. Yeah, planting them bad seeds. Yeah, that's true. She done planted. Ain't no telling how many bad seeds she done planted too, Vanessa. You say the girl face is tough like leather. Now, God's anointed daughter, I ain't gonna give you them 30 seconds, but you almost got them there. I think Jesus' family may have tea on Mia. My thing is this: until they can explain why they stole them people business, I don't want no tea you pouring. It probably got poison in it. Mia been planting bad seeds. Yeah, that's a good point. Hold on. Mia face looked like it could strike a match. Now you my child, but I'm gonna give you 30 seconds in that reflection corner. Sounding like your granddaddy. She wanted to be relevant. Yes, she did. And now she relevant, all right. Her friend done made her famous. Say Mia Edward, Mrs. Edward James Almost Thornton could benefit with some Mary Kay cosmetics to make her look younger. Oh, yeah, that emollient that Miss Sparkle was telling us about. That's what she need. Ashley say the joint sucked when I went. Not to mention they tried the strong on me like I was the one. Oh, no. See, I ain't never went there. Right. Karma's not a faith I subscribe to. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. Yeah, she said strike a match. That girl acts so. Some days she act like my mama, and this one of them days she acting like my daddy. Yeah, the baby is in the corner. The baby is in the corner. Then said that woman's face looked like it could strike a match. I don't even know how to. That's my child. I don't know what else to say. So then let's get to Ashley and Candace. Let's get to Ashley and Candace. So Ashley sit there and in her confessional before she even started with Candace, right? She talking about, oh, I wanted to talk to her one-on-one because she says she don't like that getting her in front of no group or no audience to do yada yada whoop de whoop. It makes sense, right? And that's true. That's true. Candace really ain't for that. So she's like, I'm gonna do the one-on-one because I know this ain't right, blah, blah, blah. But she's neglecting to mention that even though you may be talking with her one-on-one, you done already made sure it spread through the group. Now let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is, once you told Robin, you already know that means you may as well have told Giselle. And once you tell Giselle, you done told the world because she gonna tell everybody because she like to spread nasty stuff. Okay? Yvette say, I didn't realize I comment last week. Hey, y'all gonna learn around here. Y'all gonna learn. We gonna all learn together. A vacuum bag full of dust and dirt. Oh my. Y'all too rough. Y'all is rough, honey. Okay? Ivy Life Coach said it's a very chiseled face made by Dr. Plastic. Yes. Oh, it's very chiseled now. Yes. She's giving me the man of steel. She's giving me man of steel realness. But yeah, so Ashley over there again, you know, with Candace, and they out to get, you know, something to eat. And I didn't even pay attention to whether she got a fake drink or a real drink that time. And right, Janice, she told her folks, she told Candace why you didn't have a conversation with them. But the only reason I don't really feel too sorry for Candace is because when she got information on that girl husband, she didn't go to her first. She went and talked with Giselle and them first. So I mean, what's, you know, geese and ganders and all that, you know. So anyway, she told Candace, she was like, I gotta tell you that he was in my DM. And then when she told her what happened, child, Candace didn't fall for it. She didn't even flinch. I'm gonna give Secret Squirrel her credit when it's due. I'm gonna give Secret Squirrel her credit when it's due. That's right. She got the face of a Greek statue. She sure do now. Yes, man of steel realness. Yes, honey. And so Candace ain't fall for it. She was like, yeah, he works at the W. And did y'all peep that Candace gonna sit there and act like, oh, he does? Girl, you already knew that because when you told Robin had already made you aware. So you should have kept it all the way real. See, that's right. That right there is why I could never, ever, ever be down like 100% down for RoboCop. Because RoboCop is full of crap. RoboCop is full of crap because when you told Robin told you that man worked at the W. So when you came to Candace and said what you said, when she tell you, yeah, he works at the W, you shouldn't have said, oh, okay. Don't act like you didn't know, girl. You knew. You knew. You knew. Okay? Period. Oh, if you was gonna say something, you should have just been like, well, I thought it might have been something out the way, and I ain't know what to say. So I had mentioned it to Robin because I thought maybe, she could kind of tell me what to do or how to say it. And she told me he worked at the W, so I know it ain't nothing. But I just wanted to let you know that, that happened, and I was kind of nervous, but I know now it ain't nothing. But instead, she was hoping to get some kind of reaction, and it didn't work. Right, Niecy, straight up sneaky. But what I am going to give RoboCop credit for, the minute RoboCop saw that Candace was not with that Bouffale, baby, she went to backpedaling so quick. Well, I was only letting you know because in case you had went through his phone and seen that, I didn't want you to be like, oh, she didn't ever tell me about it. So I'm just, that's all, And it was so funny because Candace was like, I'm going to give her one benefit of the doubt token. I said, not the benefit of the doubt token, honey. But it was so funny. It was just like, hey, I was just saying something because we on the right track now. We getting what we can call each other friends. And, that's all. That's all. That's all. Now, what's funny to me is you want to make up with Ashley because you think her husband is gone. Mind you, ma'am, that Ashley is the reason you fell out with Monique. You got mad with Monique, wanting to fight with Monique and quarrel and bicker with Monique because you wanted Monique to hate Candace, to hate Ashley with you. So now you willing to make up with Ashley, the same girl you fell out with Monique over. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So anyway, like I said, I just found it was real interesting that Ashley went there, saw it was the wrong road, and got the backpedaling, baby. She got the backpedaling hard, real hard too. Super hard. Delicia says Secret Squirrel learning her lessons that these ladies are not for her. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, baby. At all. She did that. So then let's get to Ashley in this class because this is where everything is going to stop doing what it do. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put the StreamYard link in the chat because I know I probably done missed something, and I definitely want to hear these theories that y'all got because y'all know I like trying to figure out what's going to happen next because that's half the fun, right? So anyway, anywho, hold on. Rochelle sent me a cash app. Thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate that. That was sweet. That was sweet. Okay. So anywho, what I was saying was this party, this class, because the high heel class, because she said she was going to teach them how to be sexy. The class was going to teach them how to be sexy or whatever. I don't know what kind of class is supposed to teach you that, but all right, I'll buy anything for $1. It works. So anyway, she brought cupcakes and champagne and some hard cider because she wanted to go back to pretending like she don't drink. And it was cute because when Giselle got there with that, she was like, girl, we seen you drinking tequila and taking shots all night at the party. So she went from I don't drink to it's a process. Baby, that would have been the nicer thing to say. Ashley, RoboCop really be forgetting that them cameras there. Miss MO1 said they gunning for Candace this season, but she peeped them out already, and I'm not even a Candace fan, but good for her. Girl, me either. I do not cut for Secret Squirrel. Not on a good day or a bad one either. Not a yellow submarine. Not wore down school buses. DT. Lala say Candy Corn Candace annoys me. She annoys me too, but she ain't wrong this time. I'm with you when you're right. Say, what shoes did Sharice have on for this class? Horrible. Child, everything Sharice had on, including that wig that she stole from Rasputia Lattimore, was horrible. But I digress. So anyway, Giselle went talking about her wig because Ashley up there flattering her, complimenting her on that wig. Now y'all tell me something. When Ashley complimented that girl on that wig, was that legit or was she trying to be shady? Now, I know that she got some, iffy choices in wigs because some of her wigs be tragic. Plus, we see the wigs what she let her mama wear. Okay? So, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I was wondering. Okay? Now, not only that, so once the girl said that, she up there talking about something, it's neat, and swinging it around. That wig had a big old hump in the top. So, I'm like, girl, did you not braid your hair down before you slid that helmet on Why does the edge look like a Shaolin monk? Why? She did look a little rough with that outfit now. Yes. Hey, Sean Tillman, that was Respucia wig. How you doing? That's the only thing was missing from Sharice. If Sharice had a roll up in there with a wine cooler and said, how you doing? We wouldn't have known the difference. Lala says, spoiled Reese's Pieces can't get it right to save her life. She can't. She can't. Ain't no hope for her. Ain't no help for her either. No hope, no help. You say it was shade. It had to be. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, why is she shading that girl about that wig? You say Sharice's shoes was golden girlish. They was. So y'all saying she was shading that girl. Hey, Sharon Stanley. Y'all for real, she was shading her? Because I was stuck. I'm like, did she really mean that compliment or she was trying to be funny? Say, when I saw Sharice's heels, I fell out. Who told her to put on them Versace tables to go dance in? It was terrible. It was. Every label ain't it. Yeah, there was no plucking. She just, that was straight up shake and go. She took that $30 wig out that bag, clipped them tags, and shook that hoe out and slapped it on. Bianca say, how much y'all want to bet them shoes gonna be leaning on on this class? I got 5 on it. I'm through. Sharice's heels made her feet look like overbaked cinnamon rolls. Why I gotta get 30 seconds? Get DT. He the one said that girl feet look like overbaked cinnamon rolls. Keep trying to put me in the corner. Thank you. DT did that. That was not me. Not the mama. So listen. So then they sitting up in there. She done been called out back to drinking or whatever. Jiz's wig is tragic. Then Robin talking about that Giselle say Karen avoiding Sharice. They say Sharice texted Karen ain't getting no response. She don't owe you no response. Oh, you tried her before. Are you serious? And then that's neither here nor there. And then of course Giselle is in the confessional talking about she's scared Sharice got some tea. Sharice ain't got no tea on her. How the hell you get tea on somebody that don't give you time of day? Please stop it. But anyway, I feel like Karen knows, like, which was the gossip. Karen know that heifer was after her to try to get information, to try to get interest in her, to try to get a storyline, to try to get some drama going. And Karen just wasn't. Karen ain't here for it, and Karen ain't finna give it to her. Now I think that's just the bottom line. Karen is not with it. So anyway, that's when they had the on the wagon conversation, and Ashley went from on the wagon to it's a process, which was more honest. I don't know why RoboCop can't keep it real, but there you go. And anyway, well, she said it's a journey, not a process. It's a journey. So anyway, then Ashley decided to tell Giz she was being accusatory at Karen's party. And so they went back and forth on that again about you don't buy no house with no man when you divorcing. You can't tell people what to do, honey. You would have done the same if you'd have had the option. Let's just tell the truth. J Maul ain't have it. You were sitting up there messing with a man that cheated on you for free. This girl is getting cheated on for good pay. Now, God darn, if you get cheated on, whether you stay or go, and he go buy you a house in the $2 million ballpark, and you still chilling, why you angry at this girl because you went and cheated with a man that couldn't afford to do you like that? He cheated on you. He couldn't afford to put you up and pay for your happiness in silence. So the best you could do was write a book, come on this show, and call this man cheater, pumpkin eater. Listen, that's right, Lala. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay, so the whole outfit gave flea market. The wig gave barn. That wig came straight from a horse's tail. I'm through. Why Sharice on? How? Child, I don't know why she's on. She begged long enough. She should have been. Karen don't need to film with Sharice. Sharice needs her, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't get that whole time of day either. Ain't nobody got time for Respucia. Hell no. Ain't she supposed to still be outside trying to see if the rain made her car shrink? It's been raining on 2 episodes. Go out there and check your car, Spucia. Hey, Gaby. That's what I need Spucia to do. Go find Norbit. Go find Norbit, please. But anyway, so they sitting up there talking, and Giselle, I don't play with divorce, and you know, this and that, and you don't buy no house and no man, you divorcing. And she was like, look, and listen, now this right here, Ashley told the truth, but I also feel like now this right here, Ashley was absolutely shading Giselle, y'all. She was shading Giselle. You know how I know? Gizelle ankles look like ham hocks in them here. Giselle ankles always look like ham hocks. Ashley said, I saw Sharice is a Libra rising, explains why she feels the need to be all up in the mix. Child, I ain't nobody studying Sputia. But this was the thing, how I know Ashley was shading her, right? Because she said, he ain't got no outside kids on me, and he ain't cheated on me lately. Hey, lately. And so she was like, so that would be why we not as hostile. It's not as much tension. And I'm not as hostile as somebody else would be in that situation. Okay. And so once she saw she had no wins, and that girl went to like shade her and giving her that hip check, like your man went and got all them churn in the street. You want me to be mad like you was mad, Giselle? I can't match your level of mad because my man ain't went and got babies in the street. J-Mal was out there slinging it like Johnny Appleseed, baby. He was repopulating America. He was out there pop, 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 sugar pop. He was giving everybody one if you want one. Hell, anybody in this chat could have got a baby out of J-Mal. If you had a round booty and some brown skin, you could have got that. That's all I'm saying. So you mad, you need her to be that level of mad so you can just get drunk off her misery. Girl, if you want to get drunk off misery, Giselle, look in the mirror and count your rings. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so she dropped that, and then she gonna shift over to, I just want you to be happy. No, you don't, ho. You want her to be miserable. That's why you're angry. So then class starts. Of course, they in there trying to get stretched out or whatever. Candace shows up, Mia show up, Wendy show up. Okay, now Karen ain't coming because she got a fever. And that's why they felt the need to pretend like, oh, she not sick. She not sick. She running from Sharice. No, she ain't finna give Sharice time of day. Y'all sit up there and work out and dance with Sputia. And we're going to talk about that in just right now. So anyway, Mia say Giselle back at make an appointment B. Robin back there stiff as hell. I say, boy, if Robin don't look like a 45-year-old man, white dude, I don't know who do. I don't know. There go my nephew. Hey, nephew. Say, take some of that clear out your throat, Sharice, a.k.a. Tyler Perry, throw away the costume. Right. For real, for real. Throw it away. Let it go. Take that wig off. Take that wig off. But yeah, Robin back there, stiff child. Sharice trying to do the movements, looking stuffed. I'm like, this girl tried to pick up her leg. The rest of the girls lift their leg up, doing the little stretch. Honey, Sharice pulled that leg up. The leg hit her belly. The belly hit her chest. It was like watching some chubby dominoes fall over. Baby, she throwed that leg up and it throwed her whole body back. I say, Lord, Sputia back there looking stuffed. Okay, the rest of the girls is trying to dance. You know, Giselle was stiff, but not as stiff as Robin. So she tried to clown on Robin, talking about, ooh, I was made for this. And I looked in the mirror behind me and seen Robin Dixon. Child, please. Only thing you got going for you is you not quite as stiff as Robin, but Giselle was a stiff mess too. Shanika C say, correction, he's still repopulating the country. Yes, I heard, but I don't know. Alita say, go Sputia. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? I know that's right. Sputia be getting it. Everybody know Sputia Lattimore fan. Everybody know. Ain't that right?
Listen, you know I came up, the first thing I heard you say. Yeah, the first thing did you call this lady Rasputia?
Yes. Everybody know Rasputia Lattimore fan. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Yes. Everybody know Rasputia.
She has graduated past the Walrus. She is Rasputia Lattimore.
Yeah, Monique called her a Walrus, but that's Sputia. Monique need to quit hating. Everybody can't be little bitty and cute. Stop being a hater. Everybody know Respucia Lattimore fine. Okay? Her man say it's only two kinds of women. Good old big uns and big old good uns. That's right. Ashley say Sharice thinks she's too hot. I wish I had her confidence. No joke. She ain't got no confidence. That's Respucia.
I just wish I knew what her real voice sound like.
I swear, because that fake falsetto is giving dude. And I know she ain't no man because she had children. I want her to stop that. Talking about stop with Spucia. Spucia on the show. Now y'all want me not to talk about Spucia. Spucia's on the show.
She done made it big and graduated to the Housewives of Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you don't miss your will until your water run dry.
That's right. You do it. Miss MO1 say Robin was stiff as sandpaper.
You know what? I don't condone cheating. At all.
Well,
but if there's ever a reason to maybe feel like you need to go find something else, Robin gave
it. Listen, man, Robin was back there giving us that Jake from State Farm, baby. Baby, only thing she needed was them khakis.
Right.
She'd have had them khakis on. She sounds hideous. Yes, Jake from State Farm. I say, all right, Robin. I don't know what the hell Robin was doing back there, man. I don't know what she was doing, but it took up my soul.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
and then the faces she was making.
The faces and everything. I say, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. All I can say, Robin and Sharice did it for me. Yeah, that's right, Lala. Get your 30 seconds. Just bad. Dora, thank you so much for the super chat. Say thank you for always giving it your all on your lives. I haven't stopped laughing. I do my best. And shout out to my nephew for the backup. Yolanda said they were dancing like they were sporting diapers. Man, look.
The thing is, hey, look, was it
Lisa Rose say like a good neighbor?
Hey, Auntie, was it just me? Or did Sharice look like... Now, really, I know Monique called her Wars and that,
mm-hmm.
That's a little hard.
That's hard.
One of them poses, I freeze my screen. And she did look like one of them, when you're sitting there waiting for you to throw the face.
Oh, God. Oh. Listen.
No, run down there, little Piggly Wiggly, get me half rack of ribs.
Listen, man, Robin and Sharice was the ones for me. I've never seen a chubby domino set. That girl flung that leg up there, that leg hit that belly hit that chest, that back hit that floor. I said, I said, you're not finna do this to me. Not while I'm trying to write notes about what happened on the show. No, ma'am, you not. Now that's what the hell we not finna do. I said, no, Sharice, no. Listen, I'm gonna say this much. Potomac ain't never had this much comic relief. I felt like
so funny.
Yes, sir. They brought in Mia James almost last season with her potholes and speed bumps in her face, and that was pretty funny. Her face was melting, running off in every scene. And that was kind of funny. And they say this season we gonna up the ante. They say ante up, snatch that fool, boy. Next thing we know, here come Respucia, just marching into every scene, grinning hard, doom, 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 and she come running in there with them shoes on, looking like she was ready to shout, baby. I say, go ahead with them shoes.
Wasn't them some shouting shoes? Like
yes, sir. She could shout.
A nice little two-step.
That was the heavenly standard. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Them shoes was heavenly standard. Lel say when Sharice lift up her leg, it sounds like a garage door opening. Get them 30 seconds. Boy, you been in the corner a lot tonight. Lel. Not the garage door. Yes, right. Go on, follow DT to the corner, because that's where y'all wanted to be. That's where you wanted to be. So listen. So then everybody go get something to drink after all that old stiff and and uncomfortable, awkward-looking dances. Kara, there go my bookie. Make sure you hit that link.
Well, what's up, Kara?
Okay, so listen. So then everybody leave out. They going to get something to drink. Okay, Candace saying she can't drink because she getting the IVF. Robin standing up there talking about what do you need that for? I'm like, good Lord, if she don't sound like Vera from Living Color, you know, the bodybuilder. So she was like, look, I need that as a backup, man. I'm gonna try it. You know, let me get that as a backup. You understand? You know, when I get ready, if something go wrong, I need young eggs. Even Giselle had to explain it to her, like, girl, them old eggs gonna be scrambled. She trying to save the fresh ones, so she don't have to borrow one, like some people have been accused of doing. Okay. I ain't gonna say no names because that ain't none of my business.
Kenya Moore.
See, you said a name. I didn't say no name, but they have accused people of borrowing eggs from their neighbors. Now, anywho, Giselle gonna tell this lady, gonna tell Candace, stay back because I want to talk to you about something. And she decides she gonna have this awkward, stupid conversation where she decides to tell, well, first the producer asked her in the confessional, why would you go and talk about this to this girl now? Like, why would you need to do this now? And she still come with that, oh, but you know, at the reunion and now this happened with Ashley. So if don't nobody say nothing, then she won't know. And then he could you know, just bull crap. No real reason other than, oh, Ashley said something. I'm finna jump on this and make it about me. Meanwhile, what she don't know, Ashley done backpedaled the hell up out of that. You right. Sitting over there by yourself holding that bag, looking dumb too. And I was proud of Candace. Candace was like, child, what is this? She said, so you saying my husband made you uncomfortable? Oh, 100%. And so she was like, well, he talked to me alone in my room. And she was like, did he do anything to you? No. She said, yeah, because he wouldn't do that. And so she was like, well, I just wanted to, you know, just trying to push it. And I didn't feel comfortable or whatever. And Candace was like, what is this? And then she got up, got her purse and walked out and said, I need to talk to Eric. Where is Eric, child? I didn't even know who Eric was. I say, well, hell, whoever Eric is, you better hurry up and get there. This don't look good. Lala said Grandma Willow is reaching for a storyline with all her little branches. Sean Tillman say, wait, folks out here borrowing eggs like they trying to make a cake. That's what they say. I don't know, but they say, you know, she might have borrowed an egg or two from a neighbor. Now that's what they say. I don't know, but that's what they say. Honey, she went looking for Eric. Child, Eric showed up. They say Eric is the producer. Baby Candace said, bump your fourth wall. She said, and then proceeded to tell him, if you want to malign my husband, then you don't want me here. I love that. I say, you better let them hoes know that's your husband. You married him, girl. And say Michael Darby is available for that. If you want to act like somebody making somebody uncomfortable, the A grabber, the booty grabber, go get him if you want to do that. He's available, but not my husband. I say, okay. Candace say she ain't with it. The baby say she ain't going. I'm still trying to get used to that terminology. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah, Nisi, she knocked over the fourth wall and called the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, now Cheryl, I got to ask you about this. Now, hippocampus, you know that's a part of your body. Mm-hmm. I don't think you meant to say that. You'll retype that. Miss Mo1 said, I like how Candace yanked up the producer and called him out. Yes, ma'am, baby. She made that clear. And I think she took a page out of Wendy Osefo book, like, hey, y'all tried it with Wendy. Wendy was like, not my husband. You better find something else to do. And apparently Candace is doing the same thing. Not my husband, find something else to do.
Yeah, yes, you know, he's the showrunner.
Oh, Eric is the showrunner.
He's the showrunner. When she did her interview with Carlos, because he used to work for Carlos King over in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And he's the showrunner over at Potomac. Uh-huh. So when she called his name, I remembered she had already, her and Carlos King had already conversated about him on his podcast. So when she went to scream at Eric, I said, oh, okay, Candace, I see you.
Oh, yes, sir.
She ain't give Giselle not one bit of energy. She walked up out there and said, Eric?
Yeah, she was like, I'm not giving you no feedback on this. You out your man. Girl, feedback is validation. I ain't validating that. I like the way she handled it with Ashley. And Giselle sure enough got the smoke. And it was not the smoke she wanted. She wanted some back and forth, and you gonna validate it by arguing it so you can say, see, you doing that because you must believe it. And girl, bye. What you got from it was ain't no way in hell. And I think production was definitely behind it. And the reason I think so is that if y'all remember from the trailer for this season, remember they tried to hint at that in the trailer, like trying to make it part of the storyline. That's why I say, yeah, Giselle is in their pocket. She jumped on it, and that thing fell through. It was a hole in the boat. FD Johns, how you doing, boo? Say, I don't blame Candace. Me either. Y'all know them squirrels is vicious. Now, a squirrel will fight you and beat your tail.
Auntie, with you saying that, do you think that's why, with her, breaking the fourth wall and doing this, do you think that's why once it got to editing, they made sure to include or let us know that Chris was working at that was the general manager there?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, and you right, because by Candace doing it like that, they didn't have no choice but to go ahead and let it be known that he was working at the W to debunk it so they wouldn't look guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she called Eric to the front of the church, baby. She called him up to the altar. She called him to the altar. She said, you come on up. Mm-hmm. Bianca L would say, now that I absolutely love, because anyone come for my soon-to-be husband that I ain't met yet, it's going to be a problem. I know that's right. BJ did say Candace was not having it at all. You ain't messing with my husband. Baby, she went there. Listen, I was sitting up there clutching my chest. Yeah, this going to backfire. You calling that girl Grizzle. Have mercy. But yeah, baby, her and her rings was not ready for that smoke.
The legs wasn't ready. The wet pancake mix and that we called neck, none of it was ready.
None of it. And here's the thing: when that girl just got up quietly, grabbed her purse, and said, "Where's Eric?" Giselle's face said everything. Did you see the look on her face?
Mm-hmm. And you know what's what I found the most beautiful part of that scene? She didn't even have to go into. Well, Ashley already came. You still that thinking you done dropped some information. I wonder if Giselle knows that conversation occurred.
I don't know if she did or not, but I found it funny. She was like, "What with him in Ashley's DM?" Like that was her way of letting her know Ashley done told everybody. She was trying to throw off on Ashley, and she got no energy, nothing.
And really, you only did that because you knew. Because I was trying to follow her little story, like, well, what would have made her feel uncomfortable? You invited him to your room when you realized nobody was there. You should have uninvited him and asked him to leave.
Right, and that made you so uncomfortable. And I had to leave this comment up because DT is only with my songs tonight. Don't mess with my man. That is what Candace said. Don't do it. Ashley said they could have got the man possibly fired. All that is done in the dark comes to the light quick. But this was funny. When her and Robin was talking, did you see that Robin was like, you told me about that when it happened like it wasn't nothing. I told you then that wasn't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she was like, dang, I could have used it, but not Ashley done used it first. And so she tried to run with it, but Ashley left on that limb by herself.
Ashley went and cleared herself quickly.
Yes, sir. As soon as she saw Candace wasn't going, she was like, oh, I only said it because I ain't want you to see something in his phone and be like, you didn't say nothing.
And you see how Ashley separated herself too. Ashley said, I thought he was looking at a friend of mine. Ashley.
Yeah, I thought maybe he thought my friend was cute or something. Like, I didn't know. But she sure didn't try to make it about her, baby. Giselle tried it. There go my Kai. Hey, boo.
Hi, everyone.
How you doing? Tell me everything you think.
Foolishness. Absolute foolishness. Oh, my God. As we all know, Robocop did backpedal real fast with her because she's also sitting in front of Candace's face acting like she didn't tell Robin that man was trying to get her and not trying to get her friend.
Yep.
All of a sudden now it was your friend and not you. Yep. And as you said, you made a fabulous point that I didn't even think of, how she acted surprised when Candace told her he works at the W. Like Robin didn't just tell her that a few days ago. Yep. Ashley, don't fool me. I don't necessarily believe this whole divorce situation. I believe Michael got tired of being on the show and being Ashley's storyline for all his foolishness and said, baby, let's pretend we're going to divorce. I'm going to stay at the condo. I'll help you get this house. I don't have to be on TV. You got to find something else to do. And then Giselle came with the whatever. You two are friends. He said, can I speak to you in private? And private is the operative word, which means by ourselves. So it's not his fault that you have the assumption that someone's going to be in that room. Because once you walked in there and you saw someone else, hey, Chris, I know you asked to be in private, but I thought at least my makeup people were going to be here and I don't feel comfortable being here with just the two of us. I could understand that. And if he refused, I can maybe see that. But when the man asks you to speak in private and you go somewhere with him and he's under the assumption it's going to be the two of you, I don't really know where you thought this was going to go. Then you say, I don't remember, he didn't do anything physically and he didn't say anything, but then you tell Robin, oh, he's complaining about his wife, but then but then in the confessionals, you don't know what he said. Can't even get a sentence out.
Right.
And come to this woman, and I know you have your issues with the clear man, but I do think this shows me a little testament, though, of at least how maybe Candace sees her husband as just like a person in general, of like at least she thinks he's a gentleman. The fact that she was like, the man would take a jacket off for you to walk across the puddle. He is cooked for you. If you ask him to do something, he will do it for you. Let's not forget last season, all the husbands were doing whatever. Chris was the one who came downstairs when her foot was broken and helped the ladies carry their things upstairs.
Sure did.
So it is wild that you, like, every time she comes to their house, always asking him, what did you cook and all this kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden, it's odd for him to be talking to you through either, I think it's Insta stories, because now people are completing Insta story replies to DMs. Also shady, because Ashley Robocop is on a TikTok, and you're gonna tell me she doesn't know the difference between when someone responds to an Insta story versus when someone opens up a DM and tries to find you a DM.
She knew that wasn't no DM, because listen, I don't know technology, and I don't make no secret of that. I'm old and proud. Dig that. Okay, but when they put it up on the screen and it said replied to story, Hooker, you knew he replied to your story. If I could see it, read it, and understand it, that means you could too. That means when you first went to Robin and used the term DM, you were being intentionally deceptive.
Exactly. And to try to make this a big thing of like at 2:43 in the morning. Hey, if you're posting at 2:43 in the morning, that means that you're expecting people to see it at 2:43 in the morning as well.
Thank you.
And so
it's like when you up on social media and you like, who's up? The people who up gonna respond.
Yes.
If you posted at 2:42 and somebody respond to your story, when was he supposed to respond to at 5 o'clock the next day? He ain't close to you like that. What he supposed to do? Like, oh, let me make a note so I can tell her tomorrow, because this
Seanitra, but this is a point. This is a point, though, so which also disturbs me about RoboCop. I also give Chris this. He generally tries to not make it a hostile work environment. Regardless of what Candace is doing, he tries to make sure he's on good standing with all the women. Even last year, I was discussing how to me, he was too nice to Ashley. And him and Candace have talked about how, like, yeah, they've hung out with Ashley before late at night, because Ashley and Candace are the younger ones, and they all three of them like to party, and they've partied together before. So I find it strange now all of a sudden you just find it so weird that he's responding to you partying when generally you and his wife have hung out together partying.
Thank you. Let me get this one. DT, thank you for the super chat. Say Giselle and Char Grill Chomper Sharice might need a new job munching. Oh, Jesus, I can't say that. DC, thank you for the super chat, and get your butt in the corner. Go ahead, baby. Hey, Quiet Storm 87.
So that to me, that point just came up to my mind in the sense that I also find it disturbing because Michael Darby has made a hostile working environment for Ashley, from the cast members to the crew. Yep. We have never seen Chris be disrespectful to anyone who's a cast member or be disrespectful to anyone on crew. In fact, people have literally complained about how he is too nice to people who are not nice to his wife. But even Robin said he always goes out of his way to make sure that nothing is hostile for her, that he's not adding to any of the drama. So for Ashley to come around and try to pretend like this Insta story reply is something else, and she's just all lost and confused, because people, don't be fooled. Forehead be watching Candace. Yeah. Which is why she was downing that girl's music, always talking about how her mom's in her house and that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, now she's talking about she's in divorce and can't get a house by herself.
There you go. DH, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Say Chris Bassett was not checking for Giselle's cankles. I'm going to reflect now. That's a shame. I'm glad you know to go. Just go. Say Chris was very nice to Ashley last year, especially after the fight at the vacation house. He was. He absolutely was. And everybody, like Kai said, was real. Like, you know, she not cool with your wife. Like, why are you being nice to this lady? He's been nice to everybody nonstop. So it's like, and y'all know I don't like Chris. I don't like Dusty.
Yes.
But the man ain't do that. And just for Giselle to jump out there on that limb, and I think she felt comfortable to do it because she was probably hoping that, well, Ashley gonna be making an accusation. I'm gonna make an accusation. I have numbers. I have 2-on-1. And I think too, she didn't count on the fact that Robin wasn't gonna go down with it. Hey, Ovell.
Oh, what's up, Ovell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I think that threw her off. But what got me is even in the confessional, she was still hanging on to the Ashley story. So that's why I'm waiting to see if that was ever a conversation between the two of them, because with Ashley clearing herself with Candace in that within, you know, the same conversation with her presenting that she cleared herself. Mm-hmm. I was trying to see why Giselle was still trying to hang on to, well, I kind of believe she knows that her reasoning is stupid. You know, the fact that a man came to your room, he didn't do anything, he didn't say anything. You just felt uncomfortable because a man was in your room without people being. Were you uncomfortable because you felt like you might have couldn't control your urges? Because from what I've seen, you were flirtatious towards Chris.
Sure was. And for somebody who claiming a whole year later that you were so uncomfortable, why come at Karen's party? You darn near, like you darn near gave Uncle Ray the what's up, you know, how they throw your head back like what's up, dog. But then when it came to Chris, you ran and hugged him like you did everything but jump up and wrap your legs around him. So how uncomfortable were you really?
She couldn't.
I was just wondering.
I'm saying she couldn't jump up and wrap.
Oh no.
Oh, you right now. You right, because we saw her trying to dance. There was some struggle action.
It was I think with Giselle, I think this, obviously she keeps doing the same thing, but it doesn't because I'm not gonna pretend that housewives, I don't enjoy when people meddle in each other's business. That's what they do. Sometimes that's what friends do, all that kind of stuff. It's part of the core. But the fact that Giselle has nothing else going on, not a thing, not a hue, not a beauty, not a nothing. Mm-hmm. And this is what she spends her time on almost every season. It is exhausting.
Yeah, it does. It is. And see, I'm noticing in the chat, like first, I noticed that Yolanda was saying she noticed that she was smiling. Shauna Michelle says she noticed she was smiling, and she was. But I think the smile that Giselle had, I think she was hoping that Candace was about to go off. Mm-hmm. She didn't expect Candace was finna grab her purse, walk off, and go holler at the manager.
She broke all the walls.
Yeah, she broke all the walls. Bump your fourth wall.
The way that woman sat on that floor with Giselle, and then she let Giselle finish and turned to the camera and was like, "Are we?" And they had to zoom out and show all the other cameras.
Yep. They ain't had no choice. When I heard her say, "What is this?" Like what is this? Because y'all trying real hard. You have nothing, but what is this? I was like, look at Candace trying to act like she was raised by her mama for a change. God. For a change. You know, I'm usually so disappointed with Candace, but she actually did it. Lel say Giselle was just saying what she wished would have happened. It's been a while since she's been in a room alone with a man. When her and Chris was in that room with the liquid in her, you say the liquid in her legs started fizzing. She was ready. Lel, get back in that corner. Ooh. And yes, Giselle is an agent of chaos. Ashley say Candace got to the root of the problem ASAPidly. Yes, she did. Yep, look straight in the camera. Sure did. And this the thing. That's right, Val. Tell them, push that like button. Yes. So this is the thing. This is the thing for me. It was the fact that they had such a weak premise for it. Like if they could have came up with a stronger premise, it probably could have went, but you had nothing. Story. And the fact that he spoke to you about his wife at length, said nothing out of the way to you, never tried to lay so much as a finger on one of the rings on your neck. Ma'am, you knew that man was not after you. And to sit there and tell Robin, yes, I've been approached by many married men, and I know when they trying to try something, he is a sneaky link. Absolutely not, because he didn't have to sneak the link with you. Y'all was by yourselves in a whole hotel room. He didn't ask you for so much as cheese and crackers, ma'am. Where was the sneak or the link?
And my thing is, what about you is attracting all these married men? What's making these married men think
speak on
they
the
can come
spirit
and tap you and go home?
Because she got that Jezebel spirit. That's what it
like,
is.
Hot
and
pocket.
I know we talk about colorism sometimes, and I feel like in this case, I just find it fascinating. Look at what people have gone on. Wendy can be a hot mess though, but Wendy has a whole educational act that she is a founder of that they don't talk about on the show. She's still commentating, she's still teaching, she's still trying to flatten bop on this show. She did write her book about, which like, I kind of want to get because it's about her growing up in America and having to like wage through American culture with her mom being Nigerian, and that's the same for me, where half of my family is Black American, the other half is Jamaican. So she wrote her book during this time, all those wonderful things. Candace, she's finished. She's got her MBA from Howard, is gotten into the Academy Awards, going to the Grammys, getting her music done, has been acting on all kinds of different Netflix shows, BET shows, Black TV, all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, she doing stuff
like,
now.
And so, and this is not me like liking who I'm liking, but it's just like I'm trying to figure out who's using this platform for the betterment of themselves and their families, and who's showing us their real selves. And it is not Giselle Bryant. The only thing she's ever done is Ever Hue Beauty, and that lasted a season and then got discounted at Target and has been vanished to the garbage.
Don't forget her book now. When she first came on this show, she wrote that little sad book about cheating J-Mom. Yeah, back when she was still calling him cheater, pumpkin eater. And
she has a podcast with Robin.
Yeah, and it went nowhere.
And even Ashley, people think Ashley has a website that has 5 pieces of yoga clothing on it that hasn't been trademarked or copyright for like the last 4 or 5 years. Came on the show getting her yoga license, not a yoga studio around, not a nothing, just depending on this man because she's already told us she sees that man as her father. So there's some weird things going on between her and that man. Robin, at least she got the hats going for her, and Karen has done. But I'm just like, it's just amazing the people who are meddling so much in people's business and truly have nothing else.
Nothing going on. And you can always tell when people have nothing happening. Then when they ain't got nothing bubbling, they start getting in your business. When they got nothing bubbling, they are in your business. And you're right, Giselle is literally where she was when she started. The only improvement we have seen with the Lady of 1,000 Rings is that Bravo has increased her check and she was able to paint her barn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's be clear. I can get a barn and paint it. You can get a barn and paint it. I want to see Giselle do something that regular girls can't do for once.
Yeah, I guess this is really reflective on me. Like, I obviously, we've gone to housewives where people have roles and all that kind of stuff, but I do want to see, like, what is your family like? Because I feel like I would have loved to see the story more on how Candace and her parents were helping her sister have a property, because her sister was living with her for a year, and I think last season we really didn't see that. I would love to see more of that for them to reflect to other Black viewers how families can help each other build wealth and all that kind of stuff. Or even with Robin, I think we make fun of her losing her money, but I kind of wish that we saw more of her. Why did she start a hat business and all that kind of stuff? But instead, all of a sudden, she popped up with this hat business, and then for the season, it was all pre-order. It's on sale now. People can buy it now. But yeah, there's just certain things that they're missing, and we just have these people, again, nothing going on, and now all of a sudden, an Insta story is a DM, and someone not saying anything to you, not touching you, asking you to talk in private, and you agreeing to it is a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of think Robin, is presented like nothing's going on in the show, because I kind of feel like that's really what's going on with Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Robin don't have nothing going on. I much rather her exit the show than I don't want to hear nothing about her hats and none of her business.
Yeah, them hats is tired. It's tired.
I know they're tired.
Sean,
I'm just saying, we just never saw it.
Y'all, Sean did correct us. Giselle did get an entrance for the barn.
No.
And see, Oval Clown and talking about Giselle and Kenya both the same, pretty on the outside, change men like draws. I'm through. And then send herself to the corner. I ain't fooling with y'all. I'm not fooling with y'all. But this is the thing. Sean, you're right. She did go ahead and put an entrance on the barn. She did. And she called that doing the darn thing. So maybe by next season, we'll get like some walls painted on the inside of the barn. I don't know. I think she pacing herself. Maybe that's gonna be her storyline.
A little blow up pool in the back or something.
There you go. Above ground pool. Say right, but they show Candace's sister saying "be" every other word like she's not smart or something. I don't get it. Do y'all get that one?
No, I mean, I don't really know what the issue is because it was just like two sisters hanging out, drinking and cooking food.
That's what it looked like to me. I was more impressed than Mama Dorothy and them making sure they building her house too.
No, they've been talking. I guess that really bothers me because again, there's only 2 Black Housewives shows on there, and I think there's something fascinating in so many stories that like we're not seeing of like a lot of these women and their businesses, or if they do have a family, which is sad. It seems like it might not be rich people, but it seems like at least upper middle class, which seems to be only Candace. Of like, I would have loved to seen what that conversation was, them having a family sit down or something.
And see, this is the thing that I like so much about Candace's story. Even though I want y'all to help me start one of them change.org petitions to stop Candace from wearing that hard squirrel makeup. I'm tired of seeing that squirrel.
The nose contour is very hard.
Violent. That squirrel is getting more and more violent every season. I'm tired of that hard squirrel look. And because she's not no ugly girl and ain't no reason for that. But this is the thing. I like seeing Candace's story with her family and for them to be able to see that there are Black affluent people. Like every Black person doesn't have to play football or basketball or sing or rap to have money. That girl legitimately comes from a family where the father and the mother,
and the stepmother,
even before they divorced, were very successful and affluent without catching and throwing balls or singing or rapping in a microphone. And I feel like Bravo is strategically not showing that. And I also feel like this attack on this girl is strategic because they do not like what she represents, much like they did to Monique Samuels and got their head slapped when Monique told Andy about that little check. Now, that's really what I think. DT, thank you for the super chat. Say Giselle looks like 2-minute noodles with no flavor, and the house still looks like it was created by paper mache and bird poop.
2-minute noodles.
No seasoning, he says. Paper mache and bird poop, he says. All right, DT. I'm not sending you back to the corner. You have
not back to the corner.
You want to send my baby back to the corner?
No. They deserve to be free.
Oh, Lord. Eliel said they got to be rich. I will say Mama Dorothy has loan money. Those houses she getting her children are not cheap, especially Candace's house. Oh, no, not at all. But I think that Bravo, because they are racist. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Let me not tell a lie.
It's the truth. Yes.
But they are truly racist. And you can see it. They're so vexed by Black affluence. Like, let it go.
Okay, because I was nosy and I listened to a podcast, basically how she explained her family. Obviously, like, they talked about how they invested in Apple and Windows while they were in college. Obviously, both of them are doctors. They went through the military situation. Her stepmother and her stepfather also did the same thing. All 4 of them are doctors. And helped her. And basically, she talked about how, like, Bravo, when she came on, because remember, Ashley calls her a house daughter. And she's like, I was the only one who came on the show and had businesses. How her and her mom and her sister, yes, they have the hair, things. Everyone does that. But they actually have salon suites that they go ahead and have businesses run out of. And then she has her pageant consultancy business. And then she started out other things on the show. And for me, again, as I said, someone who, like, me and my family talk about properties and, like, having properties here and Jamaica and all that kind of stuff, I would love for people to be able to have those conversations by watching TV, because yes, reality TV is fun and everything, but it's still a reflection of life. And I don't like the fact, like you said, most of Black families is like dribbling a ball or singing to a mic, and we don't get conversations on how you grow that.
And the thing is, like, I would like to see, like, let things be organic, like actually show it. Because when you see Clear Women's Housewives shows there's always somebody who actually has that real money. You got some people that's got questionable, shady money. You got the ones that ain't really got that much money, and they let it play out like it is. You know, let the chips fall where they may. But when it comes to the Black Housewives shows, it's like they want everybody to be looking like they on good times, scratching and surviving. Like everybody not hanging in the child line. Everybody not hanging in the child line. And I think that the minute a Black housewife is on that show that actually has money and you don't act like Candy, Bravo wants to hush you up and get rid of you quickly. See, they're not threatened by somebody like Candy, because Candy is the kind of person, you got your money from not so much singing on the microphone, because Escape really didn't do that much, and we not finna pretend. You got your money writing songs, but you was only writing songs because you had a relationship with Shakespeare, period, point blank. Let's tell the truth, shame the devil. So they don't mind her displaying what she has or talking about what she has, plus the fact Candy does not portray herself as someone who's accustomed to affluence. Right. Candace behaves like somebody who has lived a privileged life based on money, not her complexion, of course, and they don't like that. The fact that Monique was behaving in a privileged fashion because her husband, even though he got it through sports, has a diversified portfolio according to her, and she's living actually a very wealthy lifestyle. They didn't like that. And why that bothers Bravo so much in black skin, I don't know. Because y'all surely don't mind using that black skin to get your ratings. I also believe that's why they had a problem with Mariah from Married to Medicare, because Mariah's husband had her living on a whole different level. It wasn't some the My First House kit, or the My First Condo kit, or this my first time building a house and I'm gonna sell it later and y'all get to pick it up for having money problems kit. It wasn't none of that.
You know, speaking of Candy, you do remember in Atlanta they had a conversation, I think it was her and Marlo, about just because you're black does not mean that you had to go.
Did your phone drop?
Yeah, I thought it was me.
His phone must have dropped.
But I believe that's how they view us. You know, I know that's how they view us. They view us as being dramatic, aggressive people.
Yeah.
And they use people like Giselle and others from other shows on the black shows to try to push that narrative
and perpetuate
it. What Giselle was trying to do. She was trying to get that crying, hollering, screaming, throwing stuff, but not really gonna fight Candace.
And see, that's the thing. They like to perpetuate that kind of stuff. And the ones that are so quick to perpetuate it are the ladies who don't have that sort of background. They don't have an impressive background. They don't have an impressive future. They don't have anything impressive really happening. So they don't mind perpetuating stereotypes because, hey, they are the stereotype.
Right.
And I think at a certain point, you see people like Giselle, she needs you to be the stereotype, because then that makes her feel better about herself. It's like when you're mediocre standing next to greatness, your mediocrity stands out like a sore thumb.
Right. Because the further I push you down, the more I'm seen.
Yeah, more it gives her a sense of normalcy. Like nobody sees your failures when everybody around you ain't looking so shiny.
But Ashley called him out tonight. Now, that was funny to me.
Sure did. Baby, when she say my husband ain't got children in the street on me, I say, let me shut my television off.
Hey, look, and Giselle's still trying to fight. Giselle said he hasn't cheated on you.
Love you
but
back.
He hasn't had children.
Right. When she said, well, he ain't cheating on me, Giselle like, he ain't cheating. She say, well, not lately. He ain't got no children in the street on me. Baby, when she said wasn't no children in the street, I say close the book. Somebody say the benediction.
Somebody did, because Giselle got quiet. She knew she knew that was all directed towards you.
Clearly. Don D said, yeah, they treat Candace as, how dare you enjoy the same privilege as us, generational wealth. And I don't even think Andy started off like her. I don't think Andy started off like her too. And that's why they really mad. Like, let's say why you really mad. Because that's the last thing. Like, people talk about the American dream. Let's talk about the American nightmare. The American nightmare is successful, respectful, dignified black. That is the American nightmare. The fact that you can say I got my money, but I didn't have to catch a ball or kiss behinds or sing or rap or bust a dope rhyme to get my money. That is the American nightmare. The fact that you could get your education without $200,000 and $300,000 worth of student loans. That is the American nightmare. And bravo, as much as they have benefited from black women, baby, they are threatened by that American nightmare. They do not want to be known for perpetuating that. Ain't gonna do it. I was just tickled, honey, because Candace was like, look here, if y'all trying to malign my husband, that means you don't want me here. I say, oh my. And they know
she realized,
because Dorothy got it.
Candace said, pause.
Yep. Yep. Catherine said Ashley had beef with the racist OC wife because the OC heifer kept saying, I don't know you. Kenya had to get her together and to treats the white wives differently. Well, we know that. Nene told y'all he was racist, but ain't nobody want to believe it because it was Nene. It was the normal dismissive stuff when it comes to black women. Oh, she need to be humble. She got too big for her britches. She got beside herself. She thought too much of herself. And you can say all that, and even if you want to believe it, it didn't make nothing that woman said no less true.
Right.
Yeah.
And they keep proving it over and over and over.
They really do. My last little research tidbit was I listened to that screeching man Carlos King when he did an interview with Candace as well, because some people said that that she uses colorism as an excuse for her behavior, and she told him, actually, I grew up around a lot of white people, so she said I was used to being the token black girl. I've always heard like, oh, you're pretty for a black girl and da da da. So she said when she came on the show and she saw how Ashley could roll her neck and do X, Y, and Z, people go up for it, and she did the same thing, and people are losing their minds. For a second, she just like didn't really know what it was. She said, I had to talk to like my friends in real life, and they're like, no, this is what it is, and she had to like really come to grips with it. So I also think that people like, I didn't even think about it that way, that she like did not grow up around a lot of black people, so she like didn't really understand the mechanism of colorism and had to like look into it because of the show. And I'm watching Ashley now pretending to have this divorce, and like LLCs are great, especially for wealthy people. They do it all the time, but they do not do it with a husband that they are divorcing because they can't get the house they want if they don't have him. And you were the same person for years talking about how this is your mama's house and you're a house daughter and all this kind of stuff, and yet you're supposed to be breaking through this man and you can't even get the home you want for your kids without him, even though you have a job.
But now I'm sorry, Kai, that ain't no diss. The fact that the man you married is buying your house, that ain't no diss.
No, it's not.
Because I feel like every woman, if you marry a man, he should be able to get you a house.
Correct.
No. I'm not saying it's a diss. I'm saying in the sense that she is saying her reasoning is not because he's her husband. Her reasoning is because she can't get the kind of house she wants without him.
But what's wrong with that?
It's perfectly fine. But this was the same person who was downing someone else for having a house because her parents were helping her.
Right, but both
of them are fine.
This is the thing. The diss for Candace at that time, if I can clarify, was by saying your mama had to get it for you. The diss was that you married a man that couldn't even get you a house. You married to him, but your mama had to get the house. That's the diss. Now the diss
for me, that wasn't the diss, but because they had that house before they got together.
The diss for Ashley would be if you was married to this man with all this money and he wouldn't get you no house and then your mama had to co-sign or something. That would be the diss. So really on this one, Ashley's still coming out ahead. Quiet as kept. Do I believe actually getting a divorce? Absolutely not. But I still say it's a flex that this man can get you a house in the $2 million and still keep the condo. And even especially if it's fake, if he willing to do all that on the fake tip, just so he don't have to film and be bothered with all them black people that we know he don't like.
Oh God!
Monetarily, it's still a flex.
Right.
It's still a flex.
Ain't no way around that, whether I like him or not. And I can't stand Uncle Liver Spots. But the truth is just the truth now.
That is the truth.
In which I've been said this man got bread because I'm not dumb. The minute I find out that he used to own the Watergate, I'm like, oh, hell no.
Well, clarification, he owned a part of the Watergate, and that almost sent him into bankruptcy because he had lost it to the bank.
But here's the problem. Let me help you out. Rich people's version of bankruptcy is not the same as ours. That's number one.
Yes, obviously.
Owning part of the Watergate is something that me, you, King Sankara, and all the Negroes in this chat couldn't do if we put all our coins together. So we not even finna play this game about us regular people trying to say rich people ain't rich enough. That don't make no sense to me. It is illogical. And he proven he got that type of flex. When you can go and grab a $2 million house, a house that's in the twos, so not even 2 million flat, it's in the twos. Especially if it's just a ruse, so you don't have to be on this show with your wife, so she'll have something to do. Oh, that's a flex. Oh, okay, that's a flex.
Even the restaurant,
Giselle was getting cheated on, children being littered on the side of the road like a gyp dog. And she ain't got a house in the 1 millions. That girl ended up with a barn that she had to buy her goddamn self and a hand-me-down. What was that little car?
Gucci car.
Man, get the hell up out of here. If you could trick on me and buy me a $2 million house, let's talk.
And let's not forget, even though the restaurant failed, they had the financial backing to start up a restaurant. We've never.
It wasn't even a storyline. The restaurant failed. It wasn't even no storyline. That man didn't even miss that money.
Right.
I'm not saying he's broke or anything like that. To me, mostly, it seems like Ashley was dissing her for having parental help. And it seems like Ashley's not able to be separate from him, even though she's saying in the confessionals she's worried about him being vengeful. I'm not saying no has more money or not.
Worried. That ain't what I heard her say. What I heard her say was, later on he could become vengeful, and I think everybody focused on the parental help part, but the thing is, the problem is your mama should not have to help you when you done married a man.
But the thing is, they had that house before they got together.
But hold on, let me go a little bit further. I don't give a darn if she was there before she got with him. Once that man married you, he was supposed to put you in a house. Ain't no way. And let me go even further than that. Before the man marries you, if you cocking your legs open and you bumping and grinding, and you still got to ask your mama for so much as a tube of toothpaste, you ought to be ashamed and you ought to sew your legs shut. If you out there popping coochie and you need your mama or daddy to do anything, sweetheart, you have given your cat to the wrong man. If you screwing, he need to pay his coochie bill. In that order.
And that's a big bill.
Hello, good night. So Candace really was supposed to get clowned. I'm not mad that her mama had the wherewithal. I'm proud of Dorothy. I love Mama Dorothy. But I honestly feel like that's why Mama Dorothy got such a problem with Chris. Because I know I would have a problem with you. If my child laying up spreading eagle for you and she still got to come get money from me, I already don't like you. My child shouldn't need nothing from me but a recipe for 7-Up pound cake. That's all she should need. That's the problem.
Auntie, I'm putting it together because really this, and I agree with you, that Ashley, in that little conversation, Ashley, that read or whatever we would call it, it still stands because the fact was, yeah, Michael is disgusting. But Ashley was living in Michael's condo.
Sure was.
Up under Michael's money, and everything had was coming from Michael. The read was, you was in your mama's house with your husband while your mama is still paying a portion of this, and you and your husband is dividing the other portion.
There you go.
And you don't really get into you marry on your level, you know what I mean? If you have a parent that
thank you
and you come from a financially stable family or a wealthy family, you marry somebody else who's coming from wealth and has acquired wealth themselves. You don't go pick up nobody. And she really told us that when we first met her. And when she did the interview with Carlos King, she said she was raised around clear people. And so I'm just guessing she didn't understand that us as black people, we wasn't gonna look at that as no funny thing that your mom is paying for the place, especially you with this clear man, and your mama having to pay because within our community.
I'm confused because I feel like we've lost the plot. I don't like that people diss generational wealth, yet they are the ones who are marrying and putting up with anything for their children to have the same thing. Furthermore,
But then,
which is very,
I got a question before you go any
yes.
further, because you confused, and I want to address it as you go, because I know you have a series. Do you really think they was dissing generational wealth, or were they dissing her for marrying beneath her tax bracket, if I can borrow from Marlo?
Bingo.
I think that they were dissing her generational wealth. For me
Really?
personally, I think so.
Because I mean, I was laughing at her for the fact that she had to live in her mama house, and I love generational wealth.
Well, but my thing is, it's like, I don't know, they didn't allow her to explain it because I'm confused. Living in her mom's house, even though her and her mom died together and both enjoying the deed, and she had it long before her and Chris were ever together. And I can get that.
But
The point is,
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So you feel like that clear dust devil should have been able to marry her and live off of her mama's generational wealth without providing any of his own? You think that was cool?
from what I understand, her and her mom were paying the mortgage split, and when he moved in, he was paying her portion. So if you're saying he should have paid all of it, then I can understand that being a thing. But if the agreement between Candace and her mom, where Candace pays her part and her mom pays her part, and when Chris moved in, Chris paid Candace's part, I'm confused by how that is that big of a deal.
Because he should have had a house for her to move in.
Let me finish.
You think you say you don't understand why that's that big of a deal?
If that was the agreement between the parent and the child before she had a partner,
right?
And the partner
before she got married, baby. Once you get married, that man is responsible for everything that got anything to do with you. Her mama had that arrangement with her because her daughter was unmarried. Once that man married her, he was responsible for everything, not to split no bill with her mama. That's tacky. Anyway, let me tell you something, Kai. You are beautiful. This is your picture, right?
Yes, this is my picture. And I'm not an idiot because me and my parents have multiple properties.
I'm saying, as beautiful as you are, don't you let no man talk you into some bull crap. You had an agreement with your mama, so I'ma just come in and pay your part. Absolutely not. If he can't put you in a house, you don't need him. If he can't put you somewhere, you don't need him. If he was not on her level and he could not afford to walk in and keep her the same way her parents kept her, he did not need to be marrying that girl. That is a huge deal. I have 2 daughters. They're gorgeous, just like you. They better not never bring a piece of trash to me talking about splitting a bill with me over my kid.
So I guess I'm confused because of the people I've met before. I have friends whose parents are very wealthy. They've gotten married and the parents are paying for their house. They're not paying a bill in that house, but they are married. Their parents say, keep your money.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but
so that's why in my mind
she's getting clowned, because you say you confused. That's why I'm giving you exactly what time it is. Most of us do not feel that is appropriate. Any arrangement I got with my parents is no longer a problem. Once you marry, you become that man's responsibility and no longer your parents.
Okay.
Any man that got your parents still paying any part of your upkeep is not a man. You are in a lesbian relationship, baby. That is not a husband. Y'all is 2 women. That's what that is. You not at that point, you just became part of the LGBTQ. That is not a man. Don't fall for that. You too pretty for that. Don't fall for that.
Yes.
Auntie, can I say one thing?
Go ahead, baby. Hey, Pasiana.
While we on this, because as y'all both were talking, I was thinking on the whole generational wealth thing. Ashley actually is establishing I forgot what the 2 little boy names are.
ATM and Moneybag, yo. That's their name.
She's establishing that for them because their daddy has wealth. So his children will acquire that generational wealth from their father. And Ashley is playing the role, in my opinion, within that marriage. I don't believe they get a divorce, but she's playing it really smart by saying, I don't take care of I don't know anything. I don't know nothing about money. I don't spend my money. Matter of fact, I'm getting a house and I don't have anywhere to get in this house. I have to get it with Mike. I think strategically, she's playing the game really smart.
She's being very smart. See, that's what I like to see women do. You don't marry no man and come in flexing, trying to have no penis measuring contest with him. I can do what you can do. No, the hell I can't. And I don't care if I can, I can't. I don't care if I got it, I don't have it. The hell? Absolutely not. Candace was dead wrong for letting that man walk in and just live off of her mama and her parents and what they established for her. If he couldn't walk in and take over, he should have at least been able to walk in and say, Miss Dorothy, I'm going to put her in a house. And because she had this arrangement with you, I'm going to still continue to pay this until we can sell it. But I'm going to go ahead and put her in a house. You don't walk in and say, well, the arrangement you had with your little girl while she was your little girl, I'm going to need that same arrangement because I'm a little girl too. That ain't it.
And you know what make it worse, Auntie? The fact is, I remember what Candace said. She said her and Chris was paying her portion. So he didn't even come in and say, baby, I'm going to take over what you pay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I could have even respected that. I wouldn't have liked it, but I could have respected it as a mother if he'd have said, Miss Dorothy, she don't want to move. I'm going to just pay the whole thing. I know you was paying half to help her, and I know your name on it because you had to help her get it. But I'm going to just pay. I'm going to go ahead and pay that mortgage for her until we find somewhere that she's willing to move, and then we'll try to sell it.
And
but he didn't handle that like no man. He didn't handle that like no man at all.
And that still would have been trifling, but it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been trifling, but it would have been better. You're right.
I wouldn't in life, and I'm not on no reality TV, but in life, I couldn't marry a woman and let alone moving into her spot and crashing off of her, but her mama's name.
Yes, God, the mama.
That means mama got access to the house. And my thing is, so when y'all have kids, because Candace comes from this certain lifestyle that Chris seems to not be able to afford, are those kids then grandma gonna have to financially take care of Chris?
Yeah. Kids? Yes.
And I'm saying, so we can't really and I hate to go here, but you know, when we think of somebody messing with the clear people, we usually think they doing it for the financial.
Thank you. And I think that's what made it worse, because in all honesty, had Candace been with a black man with the same behaviors and money, they'd have talked about how ghetto and dusty that man was from A to Z. But because Chris came with clear skin with his dust, nobody wanted to talk about the amount of dust that was on Chris. Chris dust is hell. You living off this girl mama and selling fish dinners out the kitchen window, that was ghetto and dusty. Now he got a job down to the W. Now I don't care how you dress it up. He's a general manager. You working to the W. You punching the clock to the W. And you notice them girls didn't know about that because Candace was not publicizing that man was working down to the W, because that's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Man don't do that. Man is the boss over a few states. I'm just saying. See, that's how you do it. See, then you can be proud about what he do. Yeah, honey, it's a few of them in a few states that answer to man.
Right.
He's not the general manager down to the W, and he don't punch a time clock nowhere. They punch the time clock, and he keep track of them.
Well, now I'm just thinking of it, keep getting sadder because Candace is the one that has the most evidence of, generational wealth.
Yes, she is.
And when you look at the husbands, she has, the sorriest husband when it comes
to the sorriest husband. And you know what's worse about that is the fact that her mama set her up to win. And instead of her marrying from the group of people that your mother put you around, you went to the bottom of the barrel and grabbed the dust devil. What's the little dirty one, Kai, on Snoopy, the one that got the dust around him everywhere you go?
I have absolutely no idea.
Who is that? Is that Pigpen? Is that his name, Sankara?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think that's his name. She went and got Pigpen. Yes, DTW as in the hotel, the W. That's where he works, the W. Your mama and your father are owners, and you went and married somebody who's an employee. Now you let that sink in.
And he's less than smart because now that I'm thinking about it, now he didn't do anything wrong with inviting Ashley down to the W.
No, he didn't. He didn't do nothing wrong, but it's embarrassing as hell. You should have been ashamed to let her friends know you worked to the W.
Exactly. And Ashley,
You see, she was ashamed to tell him she worked to the W. She ain't told him nothing. That's why Ashley was like, "Oh." Giselle was like, "Oh."
Because we know he ain't the general manager down at the W.
She said he was the general manager to the W. My thing is, whether you the general manager or not, you works at the W.
No, but my thing is, Ashley didn't know he was a so it would. I can see where it would come off a little odd because we don't know. You just invited me to the hotel 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, even if she would have come to Ashley the way Giselle did and said, "Well, I felt uncomfortable," she would have had more of a valid point because we don't know. Yeah, we don't know nothing about you. All I know is you invited me and the girl in the picture to the hotel 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing too. She didn't know. But in Chris's defense, and I cannot believe that I'm defending a dust devil, but in defense of that dust devil, he didn't know that Candace was hiding the fact that he was clocking in down to the W.
Oh, so he doesn't know Candace is kind of embarrassed.
Yeah, how he supposed to know Candace ain't told nobody he worked to the W?
She embarrassing you, sir.
About time.
GM.
I'm just saying. How would he know she ain't told nobody? And he ain't even the GM of the whole hotel. He the GM of the restaurant at the hotel.
Yes, the View.
The View.
I told you when she first said it, I was on my medicine, and I thought she was saying he was over there working for the View, like doing some craft service over at the View. I was
at the View, the TV show.
Yeah, I was gonna give him his eye. I said, "Oh, Chris done elevated a little bit."
He done came up. Nope, he the general manager to the restaurant.
At the hotel.
Yeah, he the general manager to the restaurant at the W.
Yeah.
Shauna Michelle say Dorothy crippled Candace in a lot of ways, did she? Because it looked like Dorothy was trying to tell Candace, like, wash the dust off, but Candace wanted to keep the dust on. Quiet Storm 87 say, if your parents are having a financial lifestyle while you married to a man, what do you really need that man for? They make heated blankets, weighted blankets, plenty of toys, and baby banks. I'm not studying you, but you're right. You say she got it together 2 years later. Yeah. Did she though? She doing good for herself. I don't know what Chris doing. Chris don't seem to be elevating at all. I'm hoping she outgrow him and leave that dust devil where he at. Even though I do respect her not letting him clown him, because she did marry him. That's still her husband.
She gonna let him go. That's why she done say them eggs are sperm and everything.
Okay. Nacho Twins mama say Candace comes from a family where pedigree is everything. Chris was supposed to be a plaything, and that girl caught the fifis for a dust mite. Ooh, don't they bite?
Mm-hmm.
Shayna McGee say, but if Chris was a black man, Dorothy wouldn't have accepted him. Did she really accept this one?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think this is acceptance we're seeing.
Huh?
I said, I don't think this is acceptance we're seeing.
Yeah, I don't think she accepted.
Yeah, you missed a couple of episodes.
Yeah, Dorothy was rough. Well, that's what we just said, Vanessa. He the GM over the restaurant, not the hotel. You say she shouldn't be embarrassed of the prize she chose. Okay, she might not be completely embarrassed of the man, but she's ashamed to tell people what he doing. Because y'all know before he was saying that he had a cooking school and this and that. And we know that man ain't had no cooking school. He had nothing going on. Turned out it was supposed to be some online stuff, and you could never get nobody to respond back online because y'all know Perry, brother-in-law, was messing with him one time, trying to see exactly what he did for a living. Then we found out he was selling them fish dinners and chicken dinners at that girl kitchen. And then, the last season had that girl with all her clothes and garbage bags and stuff. So I don't know what the hell going on. And I think she happy he bringing some money home, but I don't think she really was ready to tell nobody he was working down to the W.
But Robin knew.
Robin knew. But it's funny, ain't nobody else know. You saw that, right?
Who else is she close with? I think Robin and Wendy.
Robin and Wendy. So Wendy probably knew, but Wendy wasn't gonna be part of the messy conversation because Giselle's still mad because Wendy told her about her tail and
yeah. So,
behind.
but for me, personally, I'm gonna use that as a point. If her and Ashley are not necessarily cool like that, I don't think it's surprising that she would know.
Yeah, she didn't know. Ashley didn't know. Remember, because
no, I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised that she didn't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like on Chris' side, Chris didn't know that they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Chris spoke to her innocently, thinking, oh, "Okay, well, I got a job down here," and to him, he probably think he doing good. He trailer park chic or whatever. So he don't have no way of knowing that Candace ain't, broadcasting to the world that she proud that he's the GM to the kitchen at the W. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know that.
Okay, there's this one thing. I'm like this like hatch those eggs and have mixed children comment. I'm confusion because I don't know if people don't know about like HBCUs and how many black boys are on that college, how many black girls are on that college, and how they have to be fighting and scrapping for one, and half the time they still want a white girl.
But it's not always like that because I graduated from an HBCU. So it's really not that. She really could have found her a nice brother if she really wanted one. Because let's be honest, she's a pageant girl. She was absolutely gorgeous. I think she's pretty now, minus the squirrel makeup. Candace wouldn't have had a hard time finding no brother on that campus if she'd have wanted one. Nobody told her to leave the pantheon of greatness and go digging around in a pig trough.
I guess I'm different now because the things are wild out here.
I understand it's always been like that. Like, men are not normally nice people, no matter what color they are. But the fact that she left the pantheon of greatness and went and found the likes of Chris Bassett, who has an education from where? I'll wait. Right. See, that's the kind of stuff you don't go for. My daughter had an issue one time. She was liking somebody who wanted to be a welder. And I said, well, that's admirable. I'm sending you to school to be a doctor. Make it make sense.
Yeah, I don't play those games, but I think sometimes it's a little too much.
What's a little too much? Wanting your child to date, within
the station? No. Not that. Mm-hmm. Saying like the pantheon of greatness and implying that she wanted mixed children.
Oh no, I'm not saying she wanted mixed children. I'm not saying that.
So that's my thing of like she hunted around for this person. That's the part where I'm like, I don't know all about that.
Well, she definitely went to the bottom of the barrel. Now, apparently she was working, had her little part-time job as young people do at a restaurant. And this dust mite was working at the restaurant and she didn't realize that he was too far beneath her.
Yeah. Now, the fact that we can go with that one. Yes.
Was a problem.
Yeah, I can get with that. Yes.
Now, the fact of her wanting mixed children, I can't say one way or the other. I don't know who she's dated in the past. I don't know enough about her track record to know who she's dated in the past or whether she is one of those people who just simply wanted to try to breed herself out. I don't know her story, so I can't go that far. Somebody said that was a bit far.
Yeah, that was it. Mm-hmm. But that's part I can get because I was with a person and I didn't pay for a thing. Not an Uber, not a dinner, not a lunch, not a brunch, not a snack, not when my tablet broke and I needed a new one.
Mm-hmm. So, and you're not supposed to.
I'm just letting you know, baby girls don't play those games. I'm just trying to like logic out the situation in front of us.
Yeah, but like right, as you shouldn't. And I'm very proud of you because you're not supposed to. Listen, when the Lord makes you pretty, you take advantage of that. Don't be crazy. But
you really do. I was living my best life before Cody's show.
That's right. But Candace dropped the ball. Her mother put her in a position to win, and she went out of her way to lose. When you're put in certain environments your entire life, you don't have the excuse of I couldn't find someone who was worthy. Everyone you found was worthy. You went out of your way to find somebody who wasn't.
I think I'd agree with Vanessa. I don't know if this is like rebellious, like maybe Chris is a rebellion against Mama Dot.
It could have been. Girls do that. Girls do that. When I was younger, I would talk to people who was breaking the law because, I guess that was my form of rebellion. Like, it wasn't deep enough that I was going to let my mama know. It was like a secret rebellion in my head,
Secret rebellion in your head?
In my head. I wouldn't listen. I told a few
Mm-hmm.
of them, my mama can't never see you. But, in my head, it was a secret rebellion. And
Okay.
Candace should have kept her rebellion secret.
It's
Wait,
secret in her head.
hold on. Because I know. Look,
I don't insist this on a whole diatribe off of the episode.
Girl, I like it like that. Go ahead.
I know I missed. I stepped away. I missed something, but I came back and I heard you say you went through it. But you saying you had some. No, you ain't gonna tell me off. Never mind.
No, I'll tell it. It ain't no secret. There was a time in my youth. There was a time in my youth where Auntie was dope boy Candy. They loved me. I had that big old,
that much.
I had my long hair and that big old thing behind me. So yeah, I was dope boy Candy. But understand me when I tell you, no matter how much fun I was having, no matter how much of a thrill it gave me, it was real clear. My mama can't never see you.
See, but you just said the word I thought. That's why I got confused. I thought clear was the.
No, you know good and well I ain't let nobody clear lay a finger on me. Absolutely not. That's not a rebellion. That's madness.
Dorothy,
it wouldn't have been madness for Dorothy because I don't think, the fact that she kept them in that environment, that probably wasn't a deal breaker for her. For me, that would have been, temporary insanity. That would have been a sign that I was on the spectrum because I didn't grow up in a family where that behavior was acceptable. You didn't do that. Where I'm from, a certain class of Black folks didn't engage in that behavior. So there was no way I could have done that and got away with it. My mother, daddy, uncles, everybody would have lost their mind. So I would have never tried anything that ridiculous. God forbid.
That's why
there was a time when I didn't like nothing better than a felony, some gold teeth, some tattoos, and a couple of bullet wounds. And if you couldn't read, even better. That was my kind. Okay. I went through that phase. Now, Candace, instead of her going through the, bottom of the barrel phase, she went and married the bottom of the barrel. I just don't know why she did it. I think all girls go through a rebellious phase.
Well, now you got me scared for the future.
You should be scared. You have a girl. Like, don't make her mad and she won't feel the need to rebel. Talk to her. Sometimes a lot of us went through the rebellious phase because our parents, though we might have had the best parents in the world, they weren't the best communicators. And so we didn't understand why they made some of the moves they made. And we felt frustrated and resentful. And we did silly things that really could have cost us our lives. Especially in them acts of secret rebellion, because your mama and them don't even know you're putting yourself in danger. Ain't nothing worse than being sneaky, because when you sneak, bad things happen to you. And nobody knows you're even out there. You know what I'm saying? So that might be, Vanessa might be on to something. That might be what Candace was doing, but she sure got caught out there with the sneak.
Well, she took the rebellion too far.
You ain't lying.
Why Robin? Someone said Robin played Dr. Frankenstein. No. Mia. Because she done did something to those teeth. And they are, oof.
DT crazy but say Robin looked like Dr. Frankenstein. I don't know. She looks off this season, but it still looks better than she did last season.
This season.
Last season, I think she had a nice confessional. I think in the yellow dress, but overall, I don't really like this hair color on her. I don't know why, but I just don't.
I don't know. Me either. Like, it looks better than the blonde. But it's something about it. It does something different to her face.
I don't know if it's like if it's too dark and maybe she should have done more of a strawberry blonde situation. So I don't know. Something about it just.
It ain't. Yeah, I can't. I'm with you. I can't put my.
No, like you can't tell. Like, is it too dark? Should it be darker? Should it be less red? I can't tell what it is, but it's just.
He looks happier this season though so far.
Talking about the hair.
No, the person wearing it.
Oh, do you call her it, Jesus? But she does. And listen, y'all, how shocked were y'all that she did not jump off the bridge with Giselle to attack Chris? Like, how shocked were you? Because I was shocked.
But I noticed that at the last reunion, when they were kind of when Giselle kept turning over that kind of coming at Candace, Robin at one point was defending Candace very slightly. So I think Robin is finally hearing everybody say she has her head up Giselle's butt, so she's trying to pull it out of just slightly.
I don't know if this is fully a Candace thing or it's like Robin just has that real dude energy, and I feel like she just thinks Chris is a cool dude, and like this is just not it. That's what
That's
it
my
feels like
dog.
it is. Because I know Robin and Candace are closer than what they like to show on the show. I don't know why that is, but I truly think it's more on like I know Chris and this ain't it.
Okay, but I
And
was
she wouldn't want someone
surprised
to be
though,
like
because she
Juan.
normally doesn't she normally just jump off the bridge with Giselle on everything?
Mm-hmm. Maybe
But
Wendy
see, jump
scared her
off.
last year, threw off a little bit.
But jump
Why
off.
was she?
Well, she did do it with Eddie last.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
usually she's
saying.
not jumped off the bridge about the man in particular. But I guess like last year she kind of did. But she went weird with it because she was the one who was calling Wendy loose and all that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to gauge it. I really think it is solely because it is Chris, and he's the
Oh,
person who, as I said, goes out of his way to be nice to everyone.
mm.
And so I think that crosses a boundary for her of like if you're really truly cool and chill like that to her, I don't think she would let Giselle go out of her way to cause that kind of chaos.
Right. I think I think you might be onto something because of the way she worded it. She was like, "This dude done been too nice to us. You done been to his house. He done cooked for you. This, that, and the third."
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Candace and everything to do with Chris when she just
Right.
listed out. It was just
Yeah, that's
listed it
true.
out.
Which
So
I
I
agree with that. But I was
yeah,
just surprised that she didn't go along with it because a lot of stuff is blatantly wrong and she just go along with it.
But didn't it
but
make you like her a little bit better?
Not really.
Oh, ouch.
well, because it's like it's the seventh season. It's like can we really go up for it on the seventh season? It's nice. It's a welcome surprise, but
Yeah,
like
exactly. It was a surprise right there.
I hope it lasts the entire season.
Well, I'm gonna be shocked if it does.
It seems like she's aligning. Well, her and what you call it, Respucia.
Who is Rasputia? Did I miss this?
Sharice.
Oh Jesus, yes.
They were friends prior to the show, right? Sharice was friends with.
Yeah, Sharice was friends with her before she even met Giselle. Sharice
Yes.
is the one who introduced her to Giselle when Juan was playing for the Wizards and Sharice's husband was coaching the Wizards. So they go back even further. I just feel like, personally, I don't think it's going to last the whole season because we just saw her in this same episode agree with Giselle and lie on Karen for no reason.
Oh, about being afraid
Saying that she said something about Mia that the girl never said. Hey,
Oh,
stylish
yeah.
ups. She said, I do think Robin knew before Giselle and Forehead was going to try it, but she let them know she wasn't here for it. She might have known ahead of time and just stood her ground when they said it in front of the camera. You right, stylish look. She might have.
That's not right.
Well, she kind of did that with the bathroom situation. Remember, at the little tent party they had, she went against the grain then when Giselle wasn't
Was trying to tell them y'all can't use my bathroom.
right, and she. So I think I really just think these ladies, they watch social media and they hear what people are saying, and people are a little bit more vocal as the years go. And Robin, I don't believe she's gonna be totally against Giselle like that, but I do believe she'll speak up a little bit more in a way that doesn't cause offense.
Now, baby girl says, I think they just convinced themselves that Karen agreed with them. I would be able to go with that, baby, but Karen clearly said, Giselle, you're being judgy. It's one thing if Karen just played Switzerland and didn't say much and like, well, I don't know. She flat told Giselle, you're being judgy. You think it's weird. I just think it's different. Like her wording was too clear. There is no you convinced yourself. Y'all just convinced yourselves to tell a lie.
And she told Mia that when she came to, well, she didn't tell it was different, but she said, I would have done it differently.
That's exactly what
Mia
she told me.
annoys
I would have
me
done it
so much.
differently. Right. What you say, Kat?
I said Mia annoys me so much.
Mia is annoying. She's annoying and she's stupid. You
Because
sit up here and somebody who is telling you that your social media post is her personal business and she feels the need to critique and tell you how you should post on your personal social media is telling you that this lady said something that you know she didn't say. Because at the end of the day, if she felt like that about you, honey, she wouldn't have told you nothing about it. She wouldn't have mentioned no naysayers. She definitely would not have texted you and gave you a heads up about the fact that was getting ready to attack you. She'd have let you walk in there blind and get your head tore off, and you wouldn't have been prepared for it. You wouldn't have been ready for it.
Even so, though, it's still weird that because I feel like Mia June has something going on, and so it was interesting that she jumped. Because even okay, let's go with it. Like Karen was like she had some thoughts, but she was just being extra diplomatic. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day because she still gave you a heads up, and I really don't know why you're upset about friends talking about what's happening in the friend circle. She still brought it to you and told you, hey, we had a conversation, X, Y, and Z. Some people are feeling this way. I'm just letting you know. What else is she supposed to be doing?
But
I don't like something like that. But like,
and what did you think of her friend Jacqueline, like trying to bring Karen front and center in that conversation?
I'm trying to figure out where this downfall is. I'm not gonna give it too much because she's just entering in, and maybe she's just being protective of her friend, and maybe she's like letting they were talking about it amongst themselves go a little too far. So I'm gonna see if she keeps pushing Mia to be combative with Karen over this point. How does that go? I'm slightly okay with it right now. I think she went a little too extra. She could have been like, hey, I thought maybe she was a little diplomatic, but you know what? She gave you a heads up, so it doesn't even matter. I don't get too much at this moment.
Yeah, because and the thing is, like I said, Jacqueline, like fast forward to today o'clock, this lady done turned on you, said you was a traitor, aired you out, tag Bravo TV in the video of you beating up your baby daddy. So it's like I just would like to know from her, like, do you really feel like this was the way to go? And Yvette got a point. She said maybe they brought Sharice back to split up the green-eyed bandits. It makes sense because I can't think of any other reason. That might be.
That's what I was saying earlier, because Robin, in these 2 episodes, we've seen her and Sharice, in my opinion, having more one-on-ones than her and Giselle. And when Sharice enters the scene, she sits next to Robin and they do the communicating.
Yep. You listen, Yvette might be on to something. I think I can buy that. And see, Evie got a point too. She says that she could see Mia doing the fake makeup with Giselle and then going after Karen. She might. I wouldn't advise it, but she might.
I can see that.
I can see it too, because when she first came on the show, Karen tried to warn her about them heifers, and Mia went out of her way to try to be extra uber friendly with Giselle and them.
Karen always does that warning thing, because she warned Candace about giving them people that information.
Yep. She always warned them, but the question is, do they ever listen? Instead, they get mad at her for warning them. And that is why, in the words of Auntie Noxie on 214, you don't help people. That is why you don't help people. Karen always trying to help people, and the people she try to help turn around and bite her hand.
Bite it. I came on late. Were you happy to see your girl Katie Ross?
Yeah, I seen Katie come running in there, and then Giselle took her over there to grab Uncle Ray booty. That was real weird.
Yeah.
That was super weird. Kat, what was your opinion of that? Why do you feel like Giselle took her over there to grab Mr. Ray booty?
I feel like Giselle always just looks to make a moment on the show. And I'm kind of finding that one was just like a little too weird, especially since we haven't really seen Katie since. So I thought I would like a slower introduction.
And Katie disappeared ever since that season. They went to that island or wherever the hell they was.
It was an island. I can't remember where it was though.
Was it
was
the Caymans?
It was an island, wasn't it? There wasn't no island, kind.
No, it was an island, but we just can't remember which island. I know it was in Jamaica. It was in the Bahamas. You say Cayman's King? Was it Cayman's?
I don't know. I know they went to.
I know. I think it was Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. I can believe that. That sounds about right.
I think it was Turks and Caicos.
Because it was Robin's trip, right?
And she missed the flight. Yes.
And she had to come later because she was trying to sell that house.
Yes, Turks and Caicos. Yeah, so I would like a slower introduction because they're I guess supposedly supposed to be having her in the background. I don't know if this is like her only scene, but I can see Giselle being like, "Oh, Katie's here. Let me make something out of this."
Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, Giselle is the creepy one to me.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Like, ooh, let me take you over here to Ray. I heard he like you. Like, ugh. It was the Caymans. Okay. Caymans. Okay, y'all saying it was the Caymans. Okay, cool. All right. Lala said, I think Katie did what Giselle wanted to do. Seemed like she would do something weird like that. And remember how she was acting at the last reunion? Yeah, real strange.
Some people like to put their little sicknesses on you.
Yeah, on other people. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like Katie. I was never a Katie fan. I think the crazier Katie got, the more I liked her.
Yeah, I liked her when she came back. I didn't like her season 1, but when she came back seson 4,
when she came back a little crazy, then she was more likable. Talking about not Giselle giving madam. Yeah.
She really does. Oh, she was so stiff on that floor too.
Oh,
her and Mia. For me to be a she says she was in a ball gown, and it shows because she every bit of stiff as well.
I don't know about stiff. She gave me something, but the stiff wasn't it. Now Giselle was stiff. Robin was stiff.
Then what was it?
Rasputia gave me stuffed, but just when it came to Mia gave me a real limber football player. Like it was real.
Yes. Yeah,
it was.
So
but Mia always gives me doodly. Doodly.
Doodly? You did not say doodly.
Yeah, doodly. No. It's a little doodly. You know how she be moving. Like she got the moves now. I ain't gonna call her stiff, but it's almost like watching a male stripper.
Yes. It almost feels like sometimes she's performing femininity as like a drag queen or something.
Ooh.
What you say? Ooh.
Well, didn't she refer to herself as an exotic woman?
Well, she wants to be exotical, but I guess if you could call biracial exotic.
I bring that up, King.
Yeah, but see, that's not what I was. Well, I tell you on the phone, but yeah, Robin was kind of hard because it was almost like watching one of the dudes, in there dancing with the ladies.
Yeah, it was like your guy friend who you bring to do stuff. He's straight, but he's like down.
Yeah, I was about to say,
and he's making fun of it.
Not your feminine guy friend either. This was a very masculine man back there in the back.
Yeah, that is what Robin was giving. Now Robin was woo.
See, Mia
I was like woo feminine. Now.
Mia did give a little femininity, and
yes,
like a feminine boy.
It gave me like one of the male strippers, like Chocolate Thunder coming to the stage. Like it was that is what she was giving up. It wasn't stiff, but it was a little doodly. But Robin was giving me straight up. That's your uncle.
Yeah, Uncle, what you out here dancing with Giselle? Them.
Okay, Uncle,
and Eddie Murphy. And they got Eddie Murphy. They got Eddie Murphy over there on Potomac.
Stop! Don't start that. Even say she odd looking. I guess that is exotic. Yes, odd looking is exotic. Yes, stylish look. Say, I think Giselle is just desperate to make sure the show looks interesting because this is the most attention she's gotten on her own since leaving J-Mo. Yeah, that might be what it is. Yes, sexual chocolate. Mia gave me straight up, ladies night, the male review. Like
I
it's
believe that you're righteous. You can resurrected lead the way.
I'm telling you, show them all the beauty they possess inside, honey. Because I mean, it was interesting to watch, but she was on her best day. She ain't gonna be as entertaining as Rasputia and Jake from State Farm. They had that.
And Sharice thought she was doing the thing. She cocked that leg, that big thigh off.
Who? Talking about Sputia?
Yes, I told you all I can see is one of them things out there at SeaWorld doing a trick for a fish.
No, we not calling her no animal. But I know when she pulled first of all, point of correction. Sputia did not cock that leg up. Sputia raised that leg real slow and careful. And when that leg
no cocking was done.
There wasn't no cocking done. Yep. Even he said that big thigh. Oh God. But she raised that leg up that when that leg hit that belly. And that belly sold that vibration back and hit her chest, and her chest. I said, Stylish Luck say Mia gives Squidward from SpongeBob the lips and their skin. No, ma'am. Yep,
she needs to stop going to that doctor. She done touched her face between shooting the show and going on Bravo's run. It is too much.
Oh yes, for real. Mia be really giving us handsome Squidward. She do. Yeah, that fool talking about cock the leg up. Even say it sound like a weapon, that big thigh. Listen, between Rasputia and Jake from State Farm, that was their scene. Giselle want to be the center of attention so bad, baby. You might clown Robin Dixon, but Robin Dixon outdid you in that scene, baby. I couldn't take my eyes off her. I say, go, Robin, go. I don't even know if Robin was doing the same movements that the other lady was doing.
Not.
She was not.
No.
But you know what? Everybody else was focused in it. Robin was enjoying herself that whole time.
Yes, she was. She was enjoying herself. Y'all say I thought she wasn't doing the same moves. Y'all confirmed it. She was not. Baby, she ended up on her belly with her leg stretched out behind her. I was like, Robin, what are you doing? Yeah, she raised that leg slow and careful. Sure did. He say, but why was she there? Rasputia didn't even contribute to the show. All she did was be tacky, wobble, and leave.
Ooh, wobble.
Listen, you say what you want to say. That big thigh, as King Sankara say, that big thigh gave me a lot of joy. Robin gave up and had her own routine. I know that's right. Superstar. Robin looked like she was somewhere else. Yes, she did. And she had a hell of a time wherever she was. Elliot said, absolutely not. Everyone was dancing. Robin was moving like a pit bull in a clip. Robin was doing that thing. Y'all say what you want to say. When Sharice came in there jiggling around when they was out there drinking their champagne, she talking about, y'all know I can't dance. But she was so happy to be on that screen. I say, you better go head on. You better. I enjoyed it. Hey, Aaron Connor. Aaron say, we did nothing to deserve that accosting from Robin. Robin made me happy. Y'all not going to hate on Jake from State Farm.
Robin was having fun in the back.
Yeah, like Sharice is the one that offended me.
No, you leave Sputia alone. You name, and none of them other girls in there could not have lifted up a leg that heavy, that smooth. She's talent. She smooth lifted that leg right on up there. Flash dance without the flash. That's right. Y'all leave Sputia alone. Everybody knows Rasputia Lattimore fine. We ain't gonna do no hating on Sputia in here.
Well, Sharice was dancing at the end of the Norbit movie, though, because she went to Mexico.
Yeah, when she was in Mexico, she did all right.
Okay. I see you, Sharice.
All she needed was a wine cooler. They didn't show her to the wine cooler section. If they had gave her a wine cooler first, Sputia might would have got with them a little bit in there. I was all right with that.
Yes. What do you all think the next episode will have on it? Like, where do you think we'll start from?
Child, I think we're going to start from Candace getting some straightening.
Yeah, I want to finish the conversation. I want to see the conversation with Eric.
You ain't the only one. I need to see what Eric got to say for himself because Eric looked like he was scared. Eric was sitting up there with his mouth hanging open and eyes stretched like somebody had a pistol trained on his back.
Yeah, because no, I don't believe we got a sneak peek. I had to watch My House of the Dragon. I don't think we got a sneak peek, so I wonder if kind of like is Giselle gonna do that fake thing where she's gonna get up and try to console Candace or something? I'm like wondering what we'll see, how it's gonna open up.
I'm interested because see, baby girl got a point. She said they ain't even give us a preview for next week. Candace told them people off when she said, Eric, where is Eric? I need to talk to Eric. But honey, Eric came out there. Eric was looking like a runaway slave. I said, what is going on? Eric was out of breath, mouth hanging over. I say, boy, talk up for yourself. Say something. Say, hey, I didn't know Giselle was going to say that. Say something. Eric didn't know what to say. We didn't see Eric part his lips.
Yeah, so I'm because I think the first episode was okay. I think we got a little bit of what everything's going to happen this season. But the second episode really, kickstart the mess. And Candace just like breaking down like the walls and Ashley like, oh, what's going on over there? And Giselle with that little smirk smile at the end.
Yeah, because she didn't know what was finna happen. She thought Candace was finna throw a tantrum and do what Candace do. Baby, Candace when it got the manager. See, on Atlanta, we saw Kenya try to be a black Karen. But see, this is what they forget. Candace is an experienced black Karen. See, Candace showed us that with that Monique wig shifting. Monique shifted that wig, baby. Karen, I'm calling her Karen. Candace shifted to a Karen so fast, baby, there was Post-it notes and triangular folded Kleenexes everywhere. Therapy sessions, and she felt threatened and traumatized. She had PTSD, baby. She know how to do it. Soon as they pulled that crap, baby, she went straight to the I need to talk to your manager. You see how quick she shifted to I need to talk to the manager?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't do was
command the scene.
Go ahead, baby.
No, I said I would love to see command the scene, call the manager. What's going on up in here? Because this woman got nothing going on.
That's what she did. Only thing she didn't do was write a letter. Y'all know a Karen can write a letter. That's all Candace didn't do was write a letter. Yeah, Giselle was smirking real good. I want to see if she's smirking once she realized that girl was not finna do it. He say, why did they stop? They didn't even give us one from the first episode either. I hope they didn't stop the previews. I've been having to find them in Twitter. Well, if they don't be on Twitter, they be on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it when you can shift. I can't shift to no Karen. I don't have but one. I have one to speed. But I don't think they hear you though, sis. I'm just saying. Candace got experience. See, Kenya tried it with Sonya's husband. And everybody called her on it so quick, and Sheree wasn't going down. Wasn't gonna go down that path with her. She had to backpedal, and by the time she hit the reunion, I admire you for standing up for your wife. That ain't what you said before, but whatever. Candace will jump in and commit, baby. Them Post-it notes be everywhere. Giselle better stop before she have Post-it notes up about her. I see a Post-it in her future. And we know she still ain't cool with her because she's still clowning on social media every chance she get.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't coming back from this one.
All of this over him not saying nothing and not doing anything.
Yeah, he did nothing, said nothing. Ain't tried you, ain't breathed on you, nothing. And you done jumped out the window, like, let me try to throw some dirt at your husband. Candace was like, nope, Wendy ain't let you do it to her, and you ain't doing it to me either. And what's so funny with the Wendy situation, you was dead wrong for what you tried to do to that lady, and now you want to beat her getting mad. She done forgave you, and you still mad. Yeah, them Post-it notes. Yes. Do y'all think the Post-it notes coming back?
With Giselle name on them?
Yeah.
No, it's the Twitter thumbs.
It's gonna be Twitter thumbs this time. Okay.
It's the Twitter thumbs. It has been the Twitter thumbs.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Josie. You too, boo.
I just want Eric at the reunion.
I want Eric at the reunion too. I want somebody to ask him, Eric, what was you thinking in that moment? Because Eric looked like he was scared, like it was dogs chasing him.
Aaron might go
She grabbed her
Karen on
purse.
Yeah,
Aaron might
grabbed
go
her purse and went to get the manager. Now, if that ain't a Karen move, I don't know what is. I want to speak to your manager. Yes. God's anointed daughter say Candace would have wrote a 4-page letter and seasoned it with a kiss. Nah, she went straight to the manager. She grabbed her purse.
Well, I'm glad she wasn't sitting at the table when Ross got up, because she would have been screaming for Eric to come here and remove Eric. You need to remove him.
Get him out of here now.
Oh, question. Because I was scrolling through the Twitter, so I was watching my House of Dragon, and people were like, "Now, why she bring Michael Darby into it?" So, how did y'all feel about that part? If I missed it,
about her saying Michael Darby.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like it was a problem. She spoke on something that was already a known and ongoing topic. It's not like she brought something out about Michael that didn't need to be exposed. Everybody already know that Michael liked to squeeze the shaman. So she was just saying, hey, if you want somebody to talk about to make people uncomfortable, talk about the one you already know. Stop trying to lay dirt on my husband. I wasn't mad at her for that. That's like me saying, don't try to paint me up to be a liar. Y'all got Joe Biden in the White House. Keep talking about him. He already done lied to everybody. Y'all already caught him. Stop trying to put me in it. I wouldn't think I was wrong. I wouldn't think that was wrong.
Michael probably is so depressed because the man just he don't want nothing to do with this show.
Mm-hmm.
Michael probably Ashley, you need to go talk to Eric and tell them stop bringing Michael up so you can get your house and stuff.
Yeah, might be. I don't really know. But I can say, like, I just feel like, to be honest, to answer what Kai was saying, I don't think she was wrong for saying that. Especially
I just want everyone's opinion.
Huh?
I just want everyone's opinion on that, because I didn't think she was wrong either. Because I'm just like, girl,
I didn't think it was wrong.
People be uncomfortable.
I'm gonna tell you the other reason why it wasn't wrong. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The other reason why it wasn't wrong is because I think in that moment she felt like, Ashley, you part of this too.
Oh, okay.
You part of this too. So let me talk about that creepo that you was married to a little bit. If you want to talk about somebody making people uncomfortable, let's talk about that one.
I picked up on that, and that's why as soon as she walked out the door, they panned the camera over to Ashley while she was calling Eric's name.
Right, because you got to remember when Giselle said, well, he was in Ashley's DM. She know, if it had to be because Ashley told you. Now she don't know that it went through Robin and then to her, but she know, for you to know, Ashley had to have told you. So the fact that Ashley came and talked to me one-on-one don't matter word for darn if Ashley done been sitting up with you whores talking about my husband.
Especially when Ashley said, I came to you because I know you don't like it. I don't want to.
Right.
Ashley presented like this between me and you.
Right. And you know good and well it wasn't between you and her, because you done went and talked to Mutt and Jeff first.
Yeah, and it wasn't like she talked to someone because they weren't close and she brought them in to help monitor the conversation. She talked to them separately, she talked to Candace separately, and then all of a sudden a third person's bringing it up.
Exactly. So that means, Ashley, you part of this. If they call themselves going after my husband, you call yourself helping them when you over there married to the freaky crypt keeper. Candace got both of them about her husband. Sure did now. He say it was full circle for Candace. She realized Ashley was running game too. Sure was. Say Giselle definitely didn't need to put Ashley in it. You're right, but Giselle can't never stand on her own 2 feet, even though they are definitely wide enough to provide coverage. But she don't trust her feet. She like to add the feet of other people. She can't never stand on her own and say, hey, this is what I feel or this is what I want to say. She had to throw somebody else in it. If you notice that with Giselle, it's never my issue with you, is we think. So-and-so plus me think. It's never this is what I think or this is what I feel or this is what I'm doing. It's always got to be somebody else. She can stand on her own 2 feet, but she won't. That's why I thought it was so laughable when she was talking about Mia and her big old feet. It's like, Giselle, yours ain't long, but they show wide.
And she brought the hairdresser into it. He saw him and spoke to him.
So he knew I was by myself. Right.
Like the
He
man had
asked to
malicious
speak to you
intent
in
coming to
private.
your room.
It wasn't that deep, honey. If you was that uncomfortable when you saw everybody wasn't there, you could have been like, well, let me holler at you in the hallway because my room ain't fit for company or anything. I ain't comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the room with you because somebody might say something. You could have said anything. You didn't have to be there. And you was there the whole time talking and you didn't feel uncomfortable because that man ain't come towards you with nothing.
Now, Auntie, can I say this before I step out? Because I'm about to have to
I know, it's late. We open here yapping away.
Step out. Let's get final thoughts. What's yours?
Well, mine gonna be off the cuff, but everybody listening, Giselle was wrong with Chris, but a lot of you, and I've studied it when I was going to FAMU, but a lot of you have watched on Netflix the little, Jeffrey Dahmer thing. Mm-hmm. If someone looks like Chris, not to be offensive, but if somebody looks like Chris and tries to come talk to you in your room privately, do feel like you need to be a little afraid.
Yeah, you should.
Have a little apprehension.
You would, and if you were, you would not stay in that room and hold no conversation with him talking about his wife. Right. But I feel you. Now, Kai, what's your final thoughts, girl?
I'm looking to see what she's going to tell the manager. Mm-hmm. I think that it's fascinating that this is going to be one of the major plot points of the season, of him not saying anything and not doing anything. I really want to know how Giselle is going to push this through the whole season. I think that, to me, is like what has really got me, because it followed them to Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and also still to Twitter and all their interviews. So I'm trying to figure out what bag of tricks Giselle's going to pull out of her neck.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think at this point, she's going to definitely have to do a major pivot because Candace went to the manager and she's going to have to turn it into something else with Candace minus Chris. So that's going to be interesting. I'm also interested to see if Rasputia changes her wig. And I want to know if Robin's going to keep telling the truth or whether she's going to dive back into the crevices of Giselle's arse parts. But those are my final thoughts. But listen, y'all, I'm finna go ahead and go, man. Listen, but before I go, let me just say this. Y'all, please hit that like button because it's free. That is one of the free buttons. The notification bell is also free. Make sure you click all so they'll know every time we go live over here on this channel. And the subscribe button, that one's free too. Money back guaranteed. If you don't like it, you can get all your money back. Every penny of nothing, you can get it all back. So please like, share, subscribe. Let other people get a good laugh in. I love you guys. The chat, y'all have been wonderful. Everybody who gave super chats, cash apps, I appreciate all the support. King St. Carl, thank you for coming to kick it with us. Kai, you too. Y'all tickle me every single time. The chat tickles me. I love you guys. Get some rest. Say your prayers. Sweet dreams. Because we all got to get up and do this thing called life Monday morning. And remember, if nobody else says so, God loves you, I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all tell these folks bye where we can go.
Good night, everyone. Have a lovely night.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.